Oh,
Hello,
just you.
it's me. How are you guys? Welcome to Pug Crawl. This is our live D&D homebrew game that we do weekly, Tuesday nights, or sometimes on the weekends now at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys for joining us again. Tonight is going to be a little bit different format. We've taken a little bit of time off recently, but it's all because we're progressing. You see, we're doing new things.
Always forward.
And those new things, diversifying. We're doing a lot of kind of alternative media. We're drinking a lot of milk.
We're starting
streams.
a band. We're actually here to announce our rock group tonight.
The Wild Magics.
Yeah. What'd you call us?
The Wild Magics.
Oh yeah, that was almost the name of the show, by the way. But yeah, no, we whipped up a bunch of cool stuff over the holiday. We took a little bit of a break too, enjoyed Thanksgiving. I know you guys did. Ethan and I had a nice little dinner by ourselves, not even with each other. But you guys saw your family a little bit. You were in Jersey.
Do you have just like one Hungry Man XXL dinner?
I went to Subway, I ate fresh, and I called Ethan. I was like, hey, dude, what are you doing? He was like, I went to Subway, I ate fresh. And I was
So
like,
you didn't
cool,
actually have a bathtub full of gravy?
No, that's next year. We actually weren't supposed to release that yet. Next year, Ethan and I will actually be teaming up for Thanksgiving. One bathtub, 24 gallons of gravy,
2 turkeys.
and 2 whole turkeys answering questions for you guys. But that's next year. That's next year.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about next year. Let's talk about tonight.
Well, tonight I got something else to talk about. So I'm also live here. What you guys don't see on the Pug Crawl camera is what I'm doing here with Facebook Live. So through my Facebook, I'm actually doing another live stream from the kind of Dungeon Master view. Now, we did try to set this up earlier and had some mechanical issues.
I messed up.
It wouldn't be Pug Crawl if we didn't have mechanical issues. So
Thanks, Ethan.
that is also happening at the same time.
No,
but for
Ethan's a
those of
wizard.
us who are viewing here at Facebook Live, you can at any time go to twitch.tv/pugcrawl and see the entire stream that we're doing for you guys. So at any time, join us there. What else? What else do we need to say?
Well, let's go back to the milk. Drank a lot of milk.
A lot.
Drank a
Bones
lot.
have never been stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like
Wow.
a lot of milk.
Didn't even feel that.
I didn't drink milk, but I did drink baijiu, which is a Chinese rice liquor.
Ooh.
Oh.
50%.
Ooh.
True weeaboo. I love you. At your core.
You know, when you can't go half weeb, you have to go all the way.
It's either full weeb or no weeb.
So
I respect that.
Yeah, you know, but the fun thing is the tradition that whenever someone cheerses, you have to match them. So you can't, if it's disrespectful if you don't take the shot with them. So it can devolve into quite a nice experience.
I will say, Dylan also, we got kind of a big thing to talk about. We're going to LA in a couple of days. I don't know exactly when because I don't really pay that much attention to my life. But you're doing something pretty cool while we're in LA, and I'm getting to watch it.
I am doing something pretty cool while I'm in LA, and it has to do with Dungeons and Dragons. So, cool enough. So we're all fans of obviously a couple other Dungeons and Dragons streams, and when we were making this, we were thinking about how to make something new and interesting in that way. But I was asked recently by an old friend of mine to come join Forest Grey Giant Hunters as a member of the cast for their Lost episode that's going to be live at the Sid Grauman Egyptian Theater on December 5th in LA. So anyone who lives in LA and would like to see me and the rest of this amazing Dungeons and Dragons cast can buy tickets and come see live.
Yeah, I'll be there too, and you can like poke me and stuff.
Yeah.
I tickle me, whatever. I'll be there. Dylan will be playing D&D, and I'll just be getting tickled.
For those that
in the
don't live
audience.
in LA, is it going to be recorded so we can have it for later viewing?
Not only will it be recorded, but it will also be live streamed. Whoa! It will also be live streamed to all of Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards of the Coast's formal Twitch channels, Facebook channels, so all of the above.
And just to make it easy for you guys as well, we also will actually host that stream. So if you guys want to watch, just go ahead and jump on Pug Crawl and it'll be right there.
Is that going to be a DVD special?
Yes,
like-
Blu-ray special. Also partnered up with the Land Before Time. So it's going to be a package bundle where we all eat Big Star leaves together.
Only available at Target, right?
I
Only
call
available
Ducky.
Oh, God.
We only have laser disc players though in the Pug Crawl
Yeah,
household. That's a fact.
And we only have one disc, and it's Jupiter Ascending.
Oh yeah, man, that movie. That is our movie.
You don't know how many times I actually think of Mr. Scalligan. And that comes up a lot. And Eddie Redmayne's like, oh, his like demon voice.
Mr. Scalligan.
That comes up a
Well,
lot.
I actually did see a short little video that is better than Jupiter Ascending this weekend, and maybe I just think it's better because we created it.
That's
we made
right.
something a little special. We did not only make one. It's definitely better than Jupiter Ascending.
Part of, so as Rich is leading into now, part of what we've been doing during this time away is creating a lot of extra content for Pug Crawl, including this nifty sizzle reel that we will show you right now.
Oh, what I get?
Welcome to Pug Crawl, a Dungeons & Dragons show created by you.
At the start of each game of Pug Crawl, everyone rolls to see which character they'll be playing in the selected scenario. These characters are submitted by you.
Oh, if we roll your character, we have to play it for the entire night. This can be both a blessing and a curse. Tonight, I get to play a big baby. Goog.
Each week, one person is the Dungeon Master. Tonight, that's me. Before the show, the Dungeon Master designs his campaign around a player-submitted scenario that we spin on a wheel. Then, the rest, you play like any other game of Dungeons & Dragons. Okay, so tonight's theme was submitted by Socrates, and it's Off-Broadway Pirates.
Throughout the show, you can interact with us live using chat.
How do you proceed?
Chat wants me to go inside. I think I'm gonna go with chat.
And if you donate, we can hear your suggestions on stream.
New
And
donation.
there's one right there.
Wow, Doug has big hands. WT.
At least it's money.
One of the best parts about Pug Crawl is getting to see everyone's creations get all mashed together. Where else could you see a dwarf pirate butterfly get lost in a retirement home?
Come join us for a night of Pug Crawl.
Yeah.
We're back.
I want to give a major shout out to Ethan who completely made that video. Y'all know him, y'all love him, but he's also really awesome at his job, and we couldn't do half the stuff we do without him. So big shout out to Ethan.
Is the fucking man.
It's too good.
Yep.
I want him to get in here and play with us.
Hey, Baby Boy will be playing next week, I'm pretty sure, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. I just say stuff like that. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, no, Ethan's not going to be a stranger to the stream at all, especially with a lot of the things that we do have planned. You'll see a lot more of that little goober.
Speaking of having things planned, once again, for the Facebook chat here, this is Pug Crawl, so we do this weekly. We're a live Dungeons & Dragons homebrew campaign that we stream ourselves every week. And you can find us at twitch.tv/pugcrawl. We're doing a more official version, which you guys in chat for Twitch are also seeing right now. And this is just the Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master cam that I've put up here. But part of the thing that we do at Pug Crawl, and the reason that it's homebrew, is because we roll every week for a random list of characters that we then must play for a campaign suggested by you guys. So, with that being said, I think why don't we roll for characters, starting with Rich and ending with Gresh. So, Rich, if you would, take it away, please, sir.
What's he gonna be?
It's been a while since I've gotten to roll the dice.
Hopefully you get to be the big
When was the last time
baby.
you played? Yeah.
That's a 14, baby.
14.
Who is the 14?
That means you get Peaches. Hey.
That's my favorite. And Blue's back. Blue's back. The arm's gone, I believe.
Yeah, you have no arm, but you do have blue.
All right. Yeah, that's all I need. All I need is my boy Blue. And I need to get my southern accent back. We need to find that.
Yeah.
Me.
So, who is Peaches? Maybe give a little bit of
All
a
right.
small
So, fun
rundown.
fact tonight, Ethan has been working on quite a few things, as we already alluded to. So, if you don't know Peaches yet, you can do !Peaches, and it will give you a short little bio of the character. But I'll also give you a little bit of insight. Peaches was actually one of the first characters I got to play on stream. Hated him before I actually played him. I thought that you guys were really lame for making him. Because he was like, he's this elvish ranger who has a dog named Blue, who is now a pug, I'm pretty sure, who also is like super chill.
Blueford?
But he's blue, straight Blueford. But basically, he's like this redneck elvish hunter, right? And he's always kind of getting himself into these weird situations, but he gets out of them with the help of his dog. But in that campaign, Dylan was actually the dungeon master, and he got angry at me for some reason, killed my dog Blue. We literally had to go back to the depths of Helheim, release that puppy and bring him back. He's a little bit scarred, but his soul's still intact. And he also took off my arm, because Dylan can be a little bit mean when we give him power.
You know, wait till tonight.
Oh, yeah, let's provoke Dylan while he has all the power. So that's Peaches. That is Peaches. So
That
let's
is
see who Doug's
Peaches.
gonna get.
So yeah, Doug, go ahead, roll for your character now.
It's a 7.
Oh, okay. You got Randolph on Virtuoso.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, Randolph.
The diva himself.
Who I don't think has been played since the Assassin's campaign.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So give a little background.
No, or I was
yeah.
Randolph during the campaign,
Okay.
that campaign. But Doug has played him before as well.
But it was in one of the episodes, like a lost episode. That
It was
we
in
never...
Pug Crawl Beta, and
Yeah.
unlike the lost episode that you're doing this week, our lost episodes are actually lost. We have no idea where they are.
Completely lost. Randolph on Virtuoso is a very esteemed organ player. So he carries around his instrument with him. He is a bard, a rock gnome bard, and he is incredibly talented, but also incredibly full of himself. And he has this interesting mechanic where when he's not playing his instrument, he has a few spells at his disposal, some like very basic things, but it takes a complete turn, or it takes time to elapse to set up his instrument. But once he is able to play his instrument, his magic potential just goes through the roof. He has access to spells past his level. His instrument's name is Matilda. And so yeah, he's just sort of like a pompous gnome.
Chad says it sounds like him.
Wait, what?
Chad, love him.
Chad has their claws out tonight.
So, without further
guys can't hear me
ado,
at all?
Gresh, why don't you
keep pulling your
please
mic down.
roll for your character that you're going to play tonight?
Now I have to look at my pants.
It's a 2. I know who that is.
I think that you
I
do
know
because
who
you
that is.
made him,
Because I made him.
and that's Gilbarand, my friend.
I hate Gilbarand.
Why?
Gilbarand is mechanically the most sound character, and that just falls in line.
That's right. Unless you get mistletoe.
Gilbarand plays by the rules.
Hey, all these characters are mechanically sound, but this one just has the extra edge. It has a bit of a little extra
It's
love.
like,
Why don't you give us a little background who he
it's
is?
literally Gresh and Cole mixed into one terrible entity. I hate
Perfect.
Gilbarand.
So Gilbarand, I could go on for ages here, but in short, he is a former High Elf Navy captain. His crew was him and his crew were lost at sea, and essentially abandoned by the rest of the Navy, and they decided to cut their ties with the army and then forage on their own as monster hunters and privateers, bringing helping people less able, if of course you can afford their services.
Ah.
All right,
so-
one of the extra little things that we did do while we were gone for break, we hired a professional artist.
I didn't know
you?
this.
Yeah, we paid this artist
Oh, okay.
lots and lots of money. Ethan actually took care of it. Ethan paid the
Yeah.
artist. He didn't show any of us the actual art yet.
Well, I
So
mean, if-
this is, you guys didn't even know.
Oh, wow.
He told me because he was like, hey, make sure. So we actually have
That's really
all
cool.
of the characters drawn up by professional
Wow.
artists.
Did this, it must be
Yeah.
good.
So we're actually going to start off
Oh.
with Gilbarand.
Oh, I'm excited.
Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, let's give it a little
excited.
drum roll. What did the artist whip up for us?
Oh,
Ethan?
And not quite what I was
Oh,
expecting.
geez.
Yeah, that's...
how much did we pay this guy?
Ethan, how much did we pay this guy?
That was nothing like it.
Well, okay, well, let's see the other character.
He said 150 per, which means we have Randolph on Virtuoso.
Oh, this-
Well,
Okay.
Well,
maybe he put all of his time and effort into this one.
Hey, that's not a bad. It's not a bad.
Oh, okay.
That's not
This
Matilda.
guy,
That,
he's good.
That's not what
I think I'm pretty sure I know what the next one's gonna look like. Peaches, baby.
I'm not too excited for this.
Oh my God.
That's not even a peach.
What was that?
That's an
don't-
art.
who
It was
is
a
this
picture
guy?
of an art.
Dude, how much did we pay?
Where's
I'm
this
pretty
artist
sure
from?
Yeah,
Ethan's
what?
trolling.
Where did he find him?
Yeah, you guys.
My
Is this one of your
God.
roommates, Ethan?
You guys got some noise, huh?
They're saying sound is out on Facebook Live.
And
Does that
wait, wait.
matter?
So we got one of those done for each character? I guess.
Ethan's just like he's trolling right
So
now.
are those canon now?
Yeah, that's canon.
Squiggle-
Apparently, Peaches
squiggle
looks like a
character?
giant orange. All right. Well, now we know the characters that we're gonna play. What is the scenario for tonight?
So, we have an interesting scenario tonight. This scenario I will lead into. Actually, I think before we start the scenario, though, I'm actually going to end my live chat on
Okay.
Facebook because there's no sound and connection is weak.
Okay.
So I'm going to just cut it out here. One last time, though, again, there may not be any sound, so you can't hear this anyway. But go to
No.
Pugcrawl or twitch.tv/pugcrawl or go to my Twitter. Find me there. Goodbye. See ya.
But not goodbye to you guys.
Not goodbye to you guys. So now that those who are loyal and they're here and they're ready to see the actual campaign,
The
we will
real.
begin that right now.
Let's do it.
So, without further ado,
No more dues.
you three, Gilbarand, Randolph, and Peaches, once again emerge into this overwhelming white light around you. From all sides and inside your very being, you hear a voice echo to you. This is long overdue. This is a pact I made long ago. Do your best to uphold it. And this same light that you were so comfortable in starts cutting away, and you find yourself in the hall, a large castle hall. The main room is beautiful. Its arches are hundreds of feet high, and from all above you, you see things on the roof, creatures, humanoids looking down at you, and you three are all laid out on what appear to be stretchers in the middle of this room with a royal guard and a queen sitting in front of you.
Question. You
Answered.
said on the roof, like they're upside down, like hanging on the roof, or like
There
we're
are
just on the ground.
there are hundreds of beings inside of this particular room, and it doesn't matter where you think they would be, because every part of the wall is clamored on and held onto by beings. The queen and the royal guard are on the ground in front of you.
So mixed races, mixed species. Really quick shout out. We just had someone resubscribe
Hey.
for their 4th month in a row. Thank you so much. That's the reason that we get to make all these cool videos. That's the reason that we get
was
to play
it?
Dungeons and Dragons for all of you. But wait, so all different types of creatures
Mostly, you've noticed this is mostly elves and humans
sticking on walls.
sticking on walls.
What, like
Yes.
clinging?
Clinging.
Like clinging.
Yes.
With nails?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes. My eyes simply aren't what they used to be. That would be 14.
So these are certainly elves and humans, but they are also not. Obviously, to your untrained eyes, you can see that these are beings who have transcended their physical forms in one way or another.
All right.
Are they gargoyles?
There are gargoyles.
I watched that show. Okay. I liked that show. That was a good cartoon. All right, so Peach is now kind of coming to while on this stretcher. Just, what in tarnate? I know for a fact, like kind of talking to you guys, noticing that he's no stranger to coming out of the white light. He knows that he's with a party. Is Blue on a little stretcher all of his own? That's so cute.
Blue is sleeping on your chest.
Just even cuter. All right, so Blue is asleep on my chest, and he's gonna get like awoken by the heaving of my chest as I powerfully speak these words with 100% clarity and know-how and elbow grease, because I even speak with elbow grease. I'm Peaches, baby. I go, what in tarnation? I know no elves that be sticking on ceilings, not like this, not know how. If I know one thing, I know my elves. Something is afoot. To all y'all.
Can we move?
The princess, is she elven?
So, she
That's important.
notices, yes.
She
She
knows it's
notices that you have just started looking at her, and you guys are stirring into action. And she says, "Rise, champions."
What's she look like?
She's so hot, bro.
I like to.
Honestly,
Do
hentai would be made of her if she was
I want to do the old as Peaches. I'm role playing Peaches. I would never do this, but I'm free right now in a Dungeons and Dragons game. How do you whistle?
Ew.
What is that noise?
Yeah, get your
That's the
fingers
hunter's
away
whistle.
from your mouth. No. Dude, you made the grossest sound. Are you trying to
I want to whistle.
So, what you do notice about her,
I don't know if I know her. 'Cause
How do you
I'm
do that
I'm in
whistle?
high
You can
elf,
do it.
so maybe I would know.
so this,
Don't
she
use it for ill.
is, make a history check.
Love this music. This music is so
13.
Or actually, sorry, nature. That would be a
Okay.
nature check.
Oh, I know nature.
Why would it be
Can I
nature?
assist?
Make a nature check.
Oh, that kind of nature. Then it's a 10.
Okay, so you notice immediately that her skin is very, very dark black, and her hair is bright white, meaning that she is of a drow,
yeah.
of drow race. So she is
Shade
drow,
Slicer's
but
mom.
she is not drow in the form of like half spider drow. That is common sometimes in the aristocracy.
she's not a handmaiden of Lolth.
That's exactly right. However, what you do notice is that once again, she is in incredibly regal attire. All of her garbs and wear looks to be both incredibly ornate linen and velvets and gowns, but also woven into what seems to be chitin.
Oh, okay.
This shell in certain places, shoulders. She has a chest piece on that is chitin, and oddly enough, it seems that if she wanted to, she could both be regal as she is being, but also a warrior.
I would like to make a comment outside of the diegesis. Usually when people say chitin, they back off. Like they're worried. They're like, oh, am I pronouncing this right? and not only did you say chitin once, you said it twice, like full ham. You were just like shittin', and it's like making eye contact. They were like shittin'.
I'm very passionate about chitin. That's one thing you should know about me. Take that away.
If you
from
don't know
me.
what chitin is, though, it's essentially it's kind of like a shelly carapace that like an insectoid would have.
That's right.
Is like the best way. It's exoskeleton for all purposes of saying chitin.
So actually, in this happening, she has just said, "Rise, champions," and no one's spoken. So down comes
Oh, all right, well,
this
chill out.
very large drow, dressed in full head-to-toe chitinous plate, and he has this large sword that is shaped like a bat's wing, made out of
I'll rise.
steel.
Guy's sick.
I'll rise. I don't want
He
to
says-
get whipped.
You will speak when she speaks to you.
Oh, we're champions.
And I kind of just like a twiddle up, like a Luigi.
As he twiddles up, I kind of get up. Blue like hops off of me, and I look at him, and I go, I kind of like a little bit showy. I would actually like to make like a little bit of a performance check. I'd be like, all right, rascal, don't be speaking to me like that. But whatever this lady over here wants me to do, I could give a go. And,
You would
and
like to make a performance
give
check
a little
to
wink.
who?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make my
Are
performance
you making
roll.
it to the queen, or are you making it to him?
To the queen?
execution?
I don't give a darn flutin', rootin', tootin', do how naysayer hey
Okay.
howdy do to him.
I would like to
People say that.
rise as a champion
Okay.
and bend the knee in front of his princess.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 17 for my performance.
Okay, so the queen looks at you both. You bending the knee very responsibly. You can see gratitude in that. Randolph being as fluffy as ever. And you putting on this, cocky airs as Peaches, she giggles at, actually, and she finds you hilarious.
I just
to
made
some
Adrel
degree.
blush.
She blushes. So the executioner who was walking towards you has kind of stepped back with his sword and is now standing, but he's standing closer to you, Peaches, as he can see that if there's anyone to be a troublemaker, it would be you.
That's how he likes it. Likes it nice and close.
The queen speaks up, and she says, "Welcome to my court. I am Elise von der Wax. Welcome to my court again, champion."
Elisa von der Wax?
Von der Wax, yes. So she is of the House of Wax. And she has invited you guys in, and she says, "Please join me in my court. I'm calling forth my main champion to join us here now." And
Should we roll to see if we can contain our laughter?
yes, please.
My lady.
Lady Wax.
What is it? What is
Lady
it?
Wax.
Wait.
What am I
say
rolling?
Lady
Constitution?
You would roll
Waxing
Constitution.
14. Am I like a...
So you laugh, you cackle out a bit of a laugh, and the executioner goes, and he snarls a little bit at you, and now you must actually pass another Constitution check from him, because you feel an
fear?
overwhelming presence set down upon you.
12.
So you are actually
Dead.
You are actually rolling with disadvantage for all future Constitution checks in this round now, while he is present in the room.
Oh, okay. I just bowed to this princess. Not my fault. Her name is Wonder Wax.
She is the queen.
That's exactly right. And actually, Randolph, who is very accustomed to courtly intrigue, she has now allowed you to speak first to her in the meantime.
My dear queen, thank you for hosting us in your grand hall. Nary have I ever set foot in such a clever palace. Ooh, your hall is grand beyond imagining. What is it that you would like for us?
Well, it is always a pleasure to see such a man of courtly intrigue inside my house.
I do my best.
Randolph is your name, correct?
Yes, Randolph von Virtuoso. You may have heard of me. I've
Randolph.
made many a song.
You will be treated with the utmost respect in this house. And anything you desire, but particularly you, you will get. However, I have called you here and called on this ancient pact of which I have with your master. For we have a situation at hand. And I can explain it well, but my champion will explain it even better. And in walks another very ornate armored knight, clearly drowed. He has full chitinous plate as well, which oddly enough looks like wax. And he walks in and removes his helmet, and he introduces himself as Zacharias, and he says, "Thank you so much for coming here. We have a grave duty to attend to."
That was his explanation.
Well,
What would you like to ask?
So I kind of step up to him once again, making a little bit like some subtle eye contact with the queen. You know, not too much, not looking like you know what I mean, just like a little bit, just like
Kind of gauging interest.
And I kind of like stand up next to Randolph because I can see she's a little fond of him, you know, at least artistically. So I go like, man, this guy, I've been to quite a few of it.
excuse me.
And right over his coffin, I'm like, I've been to quite a few of his hootenannies, but while he plays the music, I cut the rug. We have a lot of fun, but what is the business that we're going to be getting to today, fine champion, that we're joining on the battlefield of love?
So, as you are explaining this, Gilbarand, please make a perception check.
finally
bad,
the roll
Gilby.
perception. That's going to be a 20. Not natural, though.
So what you've noticed now is that there are seemingly in chains these thralls coming out from behind the royal court, and they're
Nice.
bringing with them drinks and foods, and all of them. None of the food looks edible to you, and they are bringing it out and serving it to the royal court, who are kind of starting to almost become a little less composed at its arrival.
By the royal court, do you mean the wall clinging elves?
The wall-clinging elves and those creatures, you can actually hear starting to kind of make noises and rumble about above you.
Just like nonsense, just noise, like
Just
kind
noise,
of stuff.
yeah.
Does
stuff-
it sound? Can I make a perception check? Does it sound like they're tortured in any way, or does it just sound like they're like scattering, like skittering, excited?
Do a nature check.
Oh, baby, that's my favorite kind of check. That is going to be a 19.
Okay, so you can tell that they are not tortured. In fact, that they are communicating in a different language. This language you don't know, at least I presume. What languages do you know?
I know Elvish.
Okay, it's not Elvish.
Common, Elvish,
Oh,
Undercommon.
does anyone know Underdark?
It is none of those languages,
I don't
actually.
usually go into
But they
this part
are
of the
starting to
world.
communicate with each other,
And
and they
each his
don't
own.
seem tortured. They just seem to be
It's probably abyssal.
chattering in the way that aristocrats at a party would chatter
I
amongst
will
themselves.
argue though. I do have.
I'd like to roll a perception check to see this food.
Okay.
I also do have a Fey ancestry. I just do want to note that.
That's gonna be a 15.
Okay, so you can see that there is just platters of mixed raw meats being brought out. None of it is cooked,
It's like my type of party.
and just very large decanters of liquid. Furthermore, as this is happening, Zacharias, who is himself also an executioner with a great scythe that is shaped like a bat's wing, is speaking, and he says, I am a
that's
knight
rad.
of the waxing moon. This is the house of wax, for those of you uninitiated. This is our quest that we must go on now. Our Grand Master has been lost for many, many, many millennia. We fear him dead in the tombs beneath this temple. Down there he has one of our holy relics, and we need to retrieve it, and we would very much appreciate you helping to retrieve it with us. I cannot do it alone, and as it is too dangerous for most of our kin to go down there, we need to call upon outside measures.
So I kind of like, I cut him off like a little bit there, and it was like, all right, so let me get this straight. Papa stepped out for a pack of smokes and never came back, and you think we're gonna help you?
You are bound to help. There is no if you will. You have to help because your master has agreed to it. And frankly, I don't think you understand the position that you're in. We are not bad peoples. No, in fact, it's quite the opposite. Our aristocracy has kept control of these lands very diligently, and we've made sure to feed only on peoples who have done wrong by our society's standards. We do not feed on the weak, and we do not feed on the innocent. However, that being said, the reason why this is so troubling is because Grandmaster Noctis himself has descended into our deepest prison systems, and so we need to go down there and retrieve it.
Ooh, a feast.
Did he have a reason to go sneaking on down there onto everyone's? Do we know why he's there, or has he actually been lost?
At the time of this happening, Grandmaster Noctis answered to no one. He only spoke to the Queen, and the Queen didn't even know his intentions. And she rose herself and says, "This is true. Grandmaster has been lost for millennia. We have picked a new Grandmaster now. But this Grandmaster was important to us, as he was containing many of our holy relics, the most important of which is the sword that he was containing, and we must retrieve, for it was blessed by our goddess
So
herself."
we're not on a retrieval mission for the man. We're gonna rough him up a little bit, take his arms, and then come back on up. That's really it.
I mean, we fear he's not alive at all.
If he is, do you want us to kill him? I like
No.
you. I like elves. I like my people. You're my people. Do you want me to kill this dude?
And actually, you can see some discomfort in what you just said to her. The other executioner to your right says, "You are not our people. Please do not presume anything. Furthermore, I will not have you speaking to the queen in such a casual manner. From now on, you will be speaking to me." And the queen sits back down.
I want to,
Let her.
after this outburst, address Executioner, and I apologize for my companion here. He's not used to the civilized world. What dangers might we seek down in the dungeons? I assume
Well,
the criminals of your lands are cased down there. And not just criminals, maybe monsters.
to put it lightly, yes. Our criminals are turned into our thralls. Therefore, these are likely empowered vampirically and are now continuing their descent into madness due to blood starvation.
Ah.
Furthermore, yes, we keep our beasts down there penned, but hopefully those have not rotted away and those gates are clean. I do not think we should encounter too many issues down there. It's always nice to have backup, but frankly, the worst of our fears would be incredibly blood-starved vampires. And
Excuse
the
me.
queen actually calls on you. Randolph, please speak.
This all sounds lovely, but I find that when I come into a new court, such as charming as this one, I find it appropriate to dress in the fashions of the court. So, if you would be so kind as to outfit me in a lovely, a chitinous tabard that befits our current quest, I would be so grateful.
Okay. She says, of course, anything for Randolph. And out she snaps fingers, and these kind of like hunchbacked thralls come out, and they have a very small, teensy tabard. And they bring it out to you. And
Thank
take
you.
it, and one of the knights picks it up for you and drops it over your shoulders. And you're immediately weighed down very much. However, you do feel significantly safer, and while you are in this court, you can have a +2 to your armor class.
Oh. So as he gets adorned with the armor, I address the executioner and I'm like, "Hey there, firecracker. Don't mean any disrespect, none at all. So you can kind of keep it down low. But I do want to ask you one thing, and I mean no disrespect. Have y'all of the Wax House fed on the blood of a dragon?"
No dragons here. I'm afraid in this Verloika temple, we sit far beyond the reach of any dragons.
Just
in
wanted
fact,
to
we
double
fortified
check,
it
yeah.
ourselves. So, no, it's to answer your question.
Thank you.
I think, maybe I speak just for myself, but I think it's best we get started on this, getting
I
down there.
couldn't agree more. And the queen actually claps her hands, and the knights all bow to the queen. And finally, Zacharias himself bows, and he says, "Come with me. We're going to the prison chambers."
Just for flavor, right as everyone bows and everyone claps, Blue just barks in her green. She's like, "Ah, ah," like Jimmy Neutron, Robo-Dog style shit.
I love it.
Yeah, thanks, Blue.
Zan assassinated.
So, what do you guys do? Are you guys following Zacharias now?
Yes. I am
yeah.
at least.
I guess we will do that.
Okay.
And we will follow him to the beginning of the abysmal prison chamber.
Okay. So, as you follow Zacharias, you're walking through many more just very extravagant court rooms. One of which you can actually see out the windows to a very, very, very large city, completely enshrined by a dome that blocks out the sun.
Oh, so it's an above-ground city.
It is an above-ground city. If you look below, you can see people walking, civilians to and fro. These civilians are normal humans, from what you can tell. There is no difference between them, and it seems to be a thriving city.
Wait. The people that we see outside, or when you say normal humans, you mean not drought, like they're humans?
humans, elves, they have no sort of vibe like you got
So
inside
this is like
the aristocracy.
like a metropolis essentially, and like we're kind of in like a drow palace.
You are in the palace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
the
So
royal
this is the palace, but the palace seems to be run by drow.
This is drow controlled and ruled land, and the inhabitants of this land are various races.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So the
quasi-vampiric,
aristocracy.
Yes.
straight up control.
Okay.
as
From what
well.
you gathered inside of that room, almost all members of the court were vampiric.
Yeah.
At least to some degree, not as evident as maybe some of their more devolved brethren or blood-starved brethren. For most of them had fresh feed every day.
Yeah. when the delicious meat trays came out.
The only one who seems to be kind of sitting in between that real kind of good visage is Zacharias himself, and who you are following. Zacharias,
Is he like Juan? Is he not looking too good?
ask.
Excuse me. I tug on his very large chin. It's like, squeak, squeak. I couldn't help noticing that it was feeding time back there, and my stomach is much too gentle to handle such fare, but why is it that you chose not to eat any?
All of the knights of our order particularly starve ourselves for exactly 3 days at a time. That way we have increased powers physically, but this also hampers us mentally.
Oh, how long has it been since you ate last?
About 5 days. I'm very hungry. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
Well, when he says it affects him mentally, I kind of poke Peaches and I say, "Oh, well, I wonder how clever he is when he's actually not hungry, right?"
And then I also kind of respond to you and I go, not the elves that we have to worry about. Keep your eye on this rock gnome. What? Peach is a little racist.
He is a hillbilly.
I trust I shan't get a cut around you.
And he laughs. And continues onward.
You smell really good.
Fresh meat.
At least you're safe in that, like, chitin.
Yeah.
We've also been counting. That was the 11th time that chitin has been said throughout the campaign.
Can we
12
keep a
now.
running chitin tab, please? Thank you. So you continue down, and Zacharias leads you finally down this corridor, very steep steps, to this iron door that is bound by runes. And you can see he himself raises the part of his armband to the actual runes, and this unlocks it. The initiated can get in and out, it seems. They continue down, and Zacharias is leading you guys, and you finally entered into this main prison chamber in which you're immediately greeted with atrocious smells and very loud groaning in just a cacophony of horror.
Like, okay, so like our freshman year of college dorm level smells, junk, like post junk hoarding smells.
A little bit better than
The studio is now.
our first year, yeah. A little bit stinkier than MLG. Just a tad bit, though. Oh my god! So, what would you guys like to do?
What is that smell?
It's dungeon rank, boy.
Don't you have any people cleaning down here? I never.
Oh yeah. So if you
Real
guys-
quick though, before we start, isn't it fun going on in adventures without humans in the dark? We can all see. Normally it's like, ooh, I can't see any farther than 30 feet, boo-hoo. But here, my eyes like turn into little cat eyes. Here in the dark, we're all friends.
that actually warms a part of Peach's soul. He feels a little bit of a kinship with you, and he goes, "Ah, that is right, boy." And Blue goes.
So
Two
Zacharias
shotguns.
is continuing to walk, and he is walking with a very determined pace. He's
Okay.
now kind of slinging his scythe over his shoulder, and he's walking just deeper and deeper and
His
deeper into
scythe?
this.
Oh, so are we
Yeah.
just going down like stairs deeper and deeper into?
It is. So make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, a
Is
history
this guy
check.
from Devil May Cry?
Yeah, this guy is fucking an edgy dream come true.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This whole
yeah.
place is an edgy dream come true.
I
It's
will
like-
note like the craftsmanship for a quick second because I was like trying to figure out. I was like, I could see some of your inspirations, and I was like trying to piece it together. And I was like, all right, I see you. Like I'm in the mind of Dylan right now. I get it.
Didn't you make a Warhammer reference? It was like Viloika.
No, Verloika was actually a 4th edition D&D
Okay.
race.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Wonderwax?
yeah.
Is that your own creation? or
Guys,
is
yes, that's my own creation, okay? Vonderwax is a very nice aristocracy household of vampires, okay?
Yeah. I mean, we
Jeez.
took 3 weeks off, and the most creative thing that Dylan could come up with was Vonderwax. I think
That's
that's
exactly
perfectly
right.
fair.
like
Not a lot of time.
I like it. I like
We
it.
leave all the creativity to me since you have none yourself.
I'd like to make a perception check to sort of try and understand the density of this prison system, because
Okay.
so far we've kind of just like taken a stairway under the main level, like into the prison.
Yeah, is it like a catacombs?
Yeah, so I'd like to try and gain some context.
Okay, I would say make a history check.
Could I actually aid in this?
Yeah, if you have history
Yeah,
check as well, you
I'm
can.
pretty good at my history's not good, but I'm pretty good at the whole tracking thing.
Yeah.
Give it a little. Could you whistle for me? Since apparently it's offensive when I attempt to whistle. I give it like the old.
You were like this.
Yeah,
You're like.
you made like a sucking
I'm pretty
noise.
acrobatic.
You're
I don't know how it's gonna help me
Your fingers
understanding
are
this
so wet right now.
this area, but I
Honestly,
want to point
just
out to you.
flip all over the fucking walls. Just
I'm
like,
gonna like sonar it with like my flipping.
Ooh! So I made an 18 natural.
I got an 11.
okay,
So,
so
I'm
we'll,
like,
we'll
this is
start with Doug
scary.
and go to you, Rich. So you notice that this seems to be a refurbished catacomb, and just the very obvious first-hand account. I mean, so far as you can tell, these were once like familial tombs, now turned into prisons.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
And
That's
so they
dank.
they are filled with just cattle, essentially, living vampire cattle, thralls, people chained up, bad baddies.
Big bad baddies. But
So we're
okay.
passing these stalls.
Yes, and for you, since you actually have higher check, please just keep rubbing your lips
It's
without
wax
staring.
themed.
It's wax
I'm
themed.
actually like.
Now
I'm just
you're of
getting,
the house.
I'm getting in theme. Yeah. I'm a
so-
Von Waxburger.
House
or
of
whatever. But-
Wonder Gloss.
Wait, so I just have a question. So the vampires are in the prison. So these thrall. Is that because I just need the full flavor
Yes.
right now. So you said there was also like humans and stuff. The thralls are in there from deprivation, but they're like cattle essentially. So they're feeding on the prisoners. Are they
Yeah.
feeding on vampiric blood as well? Are they just keeping the thrall husks down there to be slaves later?
So
Like
you
blood
would
bags.
have to. Let's
But
see.
vampiric blood. I'm pretty sure
No, I
vampires
think-
aren't
I think-
supposed to drink vampiric
Yeah,
blood
I
because
think-
if they do, they go like like crazy, like
Yeah.
like super like.
I guess.
And I would trust them a lot less if they go like bonkers. Like it's like absolutely insane. Ethan was like, "Oh, where do they go like?" No, you don't understand, and I do. I know what happens with a vampire because I
'Cause you are a
watch
vampire.
I watch a lot of stuff with vampire lore, like this show
Don't say
called
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Okay.
No, he's gonna
okay.
say Buffy.
I do watch a lot of
So-
Buffy's best shows of all time.
I'm cutting you off. Vampires
always
do not drink vampiric blood.
They're
you are
human
right.
cattle. Or-
And part of the reason that this is becoming more evident to you is that this catacomb is miles deep and filled absolutely to burst with prisoners.
Okay.
This seems to be just a system that it's even disgustingly inward, right? Where prisoners are mating with each other to
And ma-
create more cattle.
Ugh.
Kind of this weird caste system But it
So they might
is-
not even be bad. Like people are being born into cattle just off of a cattle
I would
system.
like
Yes,
to
due to their actions
edge
of their-
over to one of these cages while Zachariah, the unendingly edgy, keeps like trussing down.
You have to do this when you speak about him.
And I would like to like squeaky toe up on clown shoes and edge up to the bar, and I'm gonna make perception, or like, what do I see in one of these cages? I got like a 12 on perception, but I mean, I'm just kind of like sidling up and trying to engage someone in one of these cages.
So inside you see just an entombed family. What appears to be a couple of men, a couple of women, children, and all of them look starved, hungry, and they're incredibly sad. And as soon as they see you approaching, some of them go up pleading for your assistance. Like, please let us out. Kill him, you must kill him.
And
let
then,
us out.
And then I kind of whisper like, what did you do to deserve this fate?
And one of them comes up, the eldest comes up and says, you mean what did my great-grandfathers do to deserve this fate?
What did your great-grandfather do for you to deserve this fate?
I don't even remember. And the rest of them slump back.
That sucks, bro.
Are any of them elves?
There's hundreds of tombs in here, and it's filled with all mixtures of races.
I'm gonna straight up, when I see the elves, that really kind of strikes. I see a wood elf. Do I see a wood elf? Can I roll a percent? Do I see any
You
wood
know that there
Only wood
are
elves
probably wood elves in here.
I go up to Wax, the Waxinator, and I'm just like, hey, Waxy, my friend, I don't mean any disrespect yet again, but these are our people. I see good elves down here. I understand that some elves are bad apples or bad whatever kind of fruit us little pointy-eared freaks eat. I get that. Not all of us are exactly created equal, but no elf deserves this fate just to feed your blood addiction.
I
That was a little aggressive.
want to.
No,
Blue's like, bro, Blue's backing up right now. He's just like, Dad, what did you do to that?
Before you can finish it, I want to kind of like.
Let me
I want
go.
to interrupt.
What do you want to do?
I want to
Gilbert?
interrupt him and be like, it is not our place.
And
to make
so,
a judgment.
Not our place, then whose?
Zacharias,
It's time to make a stand.
Zacharias,
We don't know.
puts
We don't
one
know
hand
the
on
truth
you,
of
on
this.
your chest, and he starts looking at Blue. And he's like, your dog, what does it eat?
lay down.
Peaches, boy.
Your dog, I said. What does it eat?
Peaches. I feed him peaches.
Impossible. Your dog is a hunter. You are a hunter. Every living race on this planet is a hunter, and we would consume the others if we had even the modicum of chance to. And
I
we,
get that.
the hunters here, are not elves like you know us.
All right, but I get that. That's cool. I've heard this whole speech before. We got vegetarian friends back there, and I give them the same speech all the time. What's up, Nally? How you doing? But at the end of the day, at the end of the goddarn day, when the sun sets as true as it does in the east or the west, depending on which coast you're on or something like that, I don't quite understand. But you said that you only eat those who are deserving.
That is right.
That's cool. That's edgy. That's rad, man. Hunting Nazis, that kind of thing. Awesome. Love it. Cool. I'd watch that movie. It'd probably be a good one. I'd probably cheer for you. But when you start breeding them together and producing new things that haven't done anything and then eat them, that's where I draw the line.
Well, that's why you're not a Knight of Wax.
That's why I don't want
Why
to
is
be
a
a
Knight
Knight
of
of
Gloss?
Wax.
His lip gloss be poppin'. His lip gloss be cool.
I would just like to ask, why is it that there are families down here of prisoners?
Well, and he's continuing to walk. Mind you, you guys are keeping
All right.
down this giant
Yeah.
staircase.
Yeah, I'm keeping it like
yes.
I'm just
Walking and talking.
sort of like
He's explaining his
asking.
philosophy.
I'm not like mad dogging him. I'm not accusing him of anything.
First-
It's more like curiosity.
As a knight, as a knight of the waxing moon, I must say that our first and utter priority is to protect our queen and our kin. So we do what we must, and we empower ourselves as we can. That being said, we do only feed on the wicked, and we do so within the wicked's caste. Those who are wicked don't often repent, and those traits of the wicked will likely be passed to their kin. So we feed on them too.
I'm just saying, in this universe, we'd have to eat Ethan.
That's right. And I would take much pleasure in devouring Ethan's flesh.
It's outside of the campaign.
Well, now I'm gonna get like passive aggressive mom. Like, well, it just seems like you might have an overabundance here.
Certainly. I mean, the thing is this. Not all of
suffering.
these people in here are prisoners, truly.
What?
A lot of them get taken out and turned into house servants roles, particularly ones of castes of families that have lived in these tombs for a very long time. We'll take the children and we'll turn them into house servants, and they will grow and, in time, even become knights or members of the aristocracy. They're not permanently down here,
That doesn't
unless
make you much better.
the faults of their kin and their ancestors are so grievous that they must stay down here past their own lifetime and into their children's.
Logistically, for all the nerds at home, I'm curious how you keep track. You got a barcode system, you using an abacus. How do you keep track of all that? Because there are quite a few people on there.
Facebook, actually.
Oh, okay, all right. Facebook integration is very powerful. You can check
I
us
wanna
out on
ask
Facebook
Zacharias.
Live.
How long till we reach our charge?
Well, here's the thing, is that we have to do a little bit of investigating. Down
I
here,
activate
this...
my Witcher senses.
Beep, beep, beep. So, down here, Grandmaster Noctis could have been going anywhere, frankly. But if there's one thing that we regrettably are in our order, is we are very stealthy. So we will have to look hard for traces of where he went. However, being the Grandmaster, there is definitely a source of energy we could follow if we...
What do you think brought Grandmaster Noxus down here?
Truth be told, I couldn't even have the faintest idea.
What do you theorize? What do you speculate?
Well, our
You're a
Grandmaster
knight.
of our order is the one who communicates with our goddess directly, and the queen. And those are the only two.
You think he's been corrupted? Turned.
If it did happen, it was millennia ago. And I am not one to speak of a Grandmaster of our order in that way.
I don't mean to interrupt, fellas, but as you do chat about this, I'm quite good at tracking, and Blue's even better. I'm gonna get him on the trail, searching for any arcane powers that may be, scintillating around here.
Let me help your dog. And he actually moves
No.
a piece of Zacharias' and he gives it to you.
He pulls up.
So
Oh, okay, cool.
funny. What a classic moment.
A classic
Where it's
moment
just
where
like-
Dylan almost
like,
killed something
here.
I love.
Let me help your dog. Takes out a huge knife. Oh no, sorry.
No. And then it's like, you need a Band-Aid.
I had a treat right here. He wants a treat, right?
It's like, let me help your dog.
No, it's poison.
Track down to
What did he hand me?
This is like an ancient article of Zacharias's
Like a little
garb.
loincloth? Okay, cool.
You mean Noxus or Zacharias?
Noxus.
Grandmaster Noctis' garb.
All right, take a little sniff
Too
of
many
this,
edgelords
Blue,
here,
and
man.
Blue's just like...
So many-
They kind of bleed
Where
together.
the fuck is Shade, dude? Shade needs to get in here.
I know.
I thought it was Shade's mom for a second, but yeah. I go ahead and I put it in front of Blue, and he goes, like, just two. And he gives, like, a little... And then he rolls for perception.
So he's going to have
froze up.
advantage on perception checks.
Cool.
Good thing.
Not gonna beat that one.
Advantage. Good thing you have advantage.
Good.
Not
Blue,
that one.
wake
Yeah.
up, pooch. All right, so it's gonna be an 8 natural. Do you want to be using? Do we actually want to use? I don't believe that there is a pug, so we would use like a hunting dog's modifier, or we could just use mine.
I don't know. I mean, like, let's look behind us. What do we think that could smell?
Yeah, that is blue, right?
Well,
Like, that's
surprisingly
canon blue.
well, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like kind of hunting
They
dogs.
actually have.
all
They actually
dogs can sniff
smell.
better than
That is
us.
their strongest sense.
Okay, so with an 8, and we can just round it up to 10.
We could
saying that
ask
he's-
chat if they think that.
What do we think, chat? What do we think is Blue as a pug's passive perception?
Is Blue a pug or is he
No, you ask chat. Do you think Blue smells the dude, or do you think he doesn't smell the dude? I mean, you can ask on Twitter, you can ask in chat, whatever works
Smell
for me.
dude.
Does he smell the duty?
Does Blue smell the trail of Grandmaster?
So
Grandmaster
we're
Noctis?
not sure. Chat's figuring it out right now, but he's walking in a direction and we're following.
Someone said that his passive perception is 7. I just read that.
That's not
said
bad.
7 and 9 passive perception. Whatever doesn't
Hound
pass.
class dogs.
Does Blue? Oh yeah. No. Nay.
Nay.
Lots of
No,
no's.
no,
Okay,
nay.
so actually, Blue, smelling Grandmaster Noctis's garb, actually a shiver gets
Nah, he
sent
gets
up
distracted.
his spine, and his
He
his
smells shit.
nose curls, and whatever that article of clothing was just completely inundates his senses in that particular moment, and Blue throws up.
Okay, so I only have one arm, and it's the right arm. But really quick, I conjure a full set of good berries. I stash a few of them in a pouch. I put one in my mouth, and chew it up, and scoop up Blue with my right arm, and spit it in his mouth.
And Gilbrand, what do you want to do?
Rock him a little bit.
In terms of investigation,
Just yes, in this situation, now Grandmaster Noctis, or now Zacharias
well, I
is standing
told you
by.
I activate my Witcher senses, so I should see footprints in red.
That's right. You're
And they
holding
should-
L2.
They should point.
I hate Gilbert.
And I just press X near the near the interactable thing, and it says.
Okay. So
No, I'm following Zacharias until he kind of tells me we should start looking. I don't know what to look for. I assume footprints won't help because there's like too many. And not like I don't have like a good sense of smell or anything. So I'm gonna kind of follow his lead.
okay. So Zacharias comes up to you particularly and saying, "You're an athletic guy. I need you
Glad
to
you
climb
noticed."
to the top of this here pillar and get a scout's lookout, because down below is a large chasm, and it could be
chasm.
a chasm.
He said
Excuse me.
shitting right 13 times, and he gets the chasm.
You know what? I'm gonna have an orchasm in a second. So I need you to look down here and tell me what you see.
All right.
With your elf eyes.
Can I acrobatics up?
Yeah, you need to pass an acrobatics check to leap over the chasm and then climb the pillar using your athletics.
I have a question for chat as Gresh is rolling.
Go
so
ahead,
I'm
Gresh.
new to lip balm. I'm very new to lip balm. I'm using it tonight because it's wax themed, and I thought
So-
that it would be the perfect time. But I
So how do you for later? How do you jump over?
The chasm?
Yes,
How big is the chasm?
big as fuck.
What I want to do is I get a bit of a run back, and I run, but I don't jump. I kind of start running along the edges of the wall around, and as I'm starting to get down, I have my whip, and I grab a notch, and I use it again to swing to keep
Fuck yeah.
go back up, undo it, and
So you're grappling across.
it's so cool.
So even Zacharias is like, that's sick as fuck, I'll admit. And you
And notice I only have one real leg. So as you walk, as it's happening, you hear like a donk 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 as my wooden leg is just like donk 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 across the stone surface.
okay? So
we
you,
lost our limbs in the same
Yeah, we did.
day.
So
when
you
he
guys
was
have been through
DM.
some shit.
Yeah.
So you do that run, you kick off the wall, grapple over, do a sick flip somewhere in between. I'm thinking of this now.
Even as I'm walking, I'm flipping.
You're just flipping all the time. You land on the other side, and the pillar that Zacharias was talking about is now ahead of you. It seems to be a run-down pillar. This is part of the dungeon or the actual tomb down here that seems to be a lot less frequented.
Okay.
So now make an athletics check to climb to the top of it.
All right. Athletics.
Yes.
20.
Okay, so how the fuck do you bound up this?
This one is a lot less like crazy. I just kind of get the whip round and I kind of go like Mulan up.
You know what? The mark of a skilled jumper.
Business.
Okay, so you are now on top of this pillar, and Zachariah says, "Keep your eye out for any magical substances, trails of blood, and we particular members of the order mark our steps in runes if we are going off trail."
Perfect. I'm really good at getting all those things. I perceive for all of the things you mentioned.
Okay, roll for perception. And you get advantage because you're on the pillar.
Okay, so it's for perception. Okay, it's 13. 14.
Okay, so from above this pillar, you can actually see that further in the direction away from the rest of the group, that there is a sigil on the ground of a waxing moon, and you believe that it is a member of the order that left it there.
I call back to Zacharias and I say, "Waxing moon."
That's it. That's a trail. It means he's on the lead to something.
Huh? What?
Zacharias speaks up and says that particular sigil means that he's on to something. He's going to something.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got one here. I don't know how you guys can get across this chasm.
Hold on. And Zacharias actually begins to observe his surroundings and says, we could get across if we toppled the pillar that you're on. And we could find a way to walk across the pillar. It's long
Good
enough.
thinking.
Sounds good. How do we do that?
Little one, can you help us here?
What do you need?
We need to topple that. Are you stronger than your physicality would dictate?
Squeaky. But isn't that across the chasm?
Yes.
So I'd have to get across there.
No.
Oh.
You just have to use some sort of arcane might. You seem to be more of a spellcaster than a fighter.
Unless I've got you all wrong.
Microaggressions.
Are you assuming things because I only have one convoluting arm?
No. You look like a
I
perfectly
say-
able-bodied man.
I say there was another option. There's another option. I could shoot an arrow of a rope across.
Oh, we could heave-ho.
Do you have a rope in your
I
pack?
have a 50 foot of rope. Hemp.
And right after he says that, I go, I don't say this often, but Gilby over here got a mighty fine shot on him.
Then I would say do that.
Thank you. I appreciate. As one archer to another.
Bruh.
We actually managed to like fist fist bump,
Mage
even
bump.
despite being so far away.
Yeah, it's just like, hey. Yeah.
Okay, so
Tied a rope around. One side is around. No, I shade it. I don't. I have it coiled up. Here. I fire. I'm aiming for kind of so it just lands on the floor so they can pick it up. And I grab the other end and I tie my end around the pillar.
I would like to do something
Okay.
to assist him. And
Okay.
it's a pretty risky maneuver, but I know it will work.
what is it?
So, I had to master a new maneuver when I lost my left arm because I'm an archer, and it's pretty hard to be an archer with only one hand. So what I've kind of learned is when I take my right hand and hold the bow like so and
Are
aim.
you gonna dab right now?
I bent it across my head.
No, so Blue is gonna hop up on my arm and pull himself back on the string.
That's tight.
And
Fucking missile.
and he hops up a little bit, releases the bow, and flings up in the air. We have such synchronization, and I know him so well.
It's
He shot so
elven
well.
blood.
Blue shoots himself up in the air, fetches the arrow, spins onto his back, and pilots that sucker home and flips and lands right on his legs. Makes a little knot because Blue's sweet, and then looks back and goes. Well, I'll roll for that, but that's what I want to happen.
Sounds sick to me. I mean, you sold me. I don't even think you need to roll for it, frankly.
I rolled 100. All right, cool. It happened.
Okay,
Nice shot.
so now there is this.
Nice catch, pup.
Now there's this arrow, and it's suspended above the side. It's suspended above your team's head, so you could either hoist yourself up onto it and walk, or you
No, I
could,
don't know how you're gonna get across, but
or you could pull yourself.
Tightrope,
as
baby.
such.
Tight route. We'll
So,
walk across.
so who would like to go first?
I'll go across first. I'll lead the way. Blue's already over there. I'm feeling a little bit of separation anxiety, and that separation anxiety, well, that just fuels my fire. I decide not to go across with my arm and do the little happy thing that you were saying, because that would be the only way I'd be able to do it with this just one red arm. So I walk across, tiptoe style, man on the wire, at a very steady speed. Concentrated, focused. The rope's big enough. I've been through some stuff. Can't do it. Acrobatics.
It would be acrobatics.
It's we were kidding. It's a 19.
How bad is it?
It's a 6.
A 6. Okay.
Could be worse.
So you
In theory.
you managed to clamber up onto the rope and immediately feel vertigo. You realize that this is not the right idea without a limb. And so you are kind of wobbling over and you do actually fall off, but you fall off close enough to the actual start of your trip that you still have time to grab on to the side of the chasm that you started from. So please roll another acrobatics check.
To attempt to grab. That's a 15. It's a 12 plus my mod.
Okay. Is it really? Is that a
Yeah,
12
it
over
is.
there?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you don't drop this slippery pickle nonsense, I swear, dude, we're gonna have to like wrestle or something. You've been on this for like 2 weeks.
I
You
just
called
never
me a
know.
diva and a slippery pickle last time we were like we've hung out probably, I would say this like in the past
I
like
didn't
week
call
we've
you-
hung out like 4 times
I
and
didn't
you've called
call
me 2
you
different
a
insults.
diva. I said that sometimes you have diva-esque qualities. I still love you though, and I do know better as your friend than to always trust your roles. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, you managed to fall off and just barely grab on to the side of the wall, and you are just profusely sweating because your life has flashed before your eyes. And Zacharias comes over and hands you the handle of the scythe and kind of tries to scoop you up back and says, you gotta try that again or some other way because that will not work. Let's figure something out. In the meantime, you go.
Tell me I'm not a diva.
All right. I'm going.
I use fly.
Tell me I'm not a diva.
I set up Matilda and say, let us get whisked away with music to a happier land where everything is fine and families are not bred for their meat.
You do it
Once was a pillar who's happy as can be down here in the deep dark dungeon. He said, oh yes, let's all go see what's down in the deep dark dungeon. And then one day adventures came down in the deep dark dungeon. They came down here to play down in the deep dark dungeon. They said hi to the pillar, and the pillar said hello back. He said, nice to meet you, took a bow, and then they walked right across his back. Here we are down in the dungeon, oh, tra-la-la-la. And I cast Animate Object, and the pillar across the way, sort of like this rock face is like, hello there, so nice of you to come down here in the deep dark dungeon, please.
And I'm like, oh, what?
And then I kind of go like, well, hello there. And he's like, might I bow? And I'm like, oh, you don't have to, but okay. And then the pillar, I guess I'll roll an Arcana check to see if it.
Yeah, go ahead.
How's that? What's up?
19.
Yeah, that's
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a 19
Hey,
natural.
speaking of awesome things, thank you so much, Quack of Dawn, for the resub. Boom.
Hey, thanks,
So yeah,
Quack.
the pillar bows and goes gently though, controlled, because it's
This
an
is great.
animated object. It just goes.
Okay, so you immediately have to make an acrobatics check because you are still on top of the pillar.
Oh, I thought I got down.
Oh, you got down from it?
Yeah, when I was
Okay.
shooting the arrow.
As the pillar
But
goes down,
I am like a bit like I just wasted an arrow for this shit. I was like, I'm like,
Yes, but you feel utter glee at the song, which you get an inspiration point for, by the way. And so, actually, this pillar bows down, and you, Randolph, and Zacharias are still on the other end. And you now have a chance to walk over it, if you wish.
I wish to reclaim my rope
as
as well.
it comes down, yeah, as it does come down though, I let out like a smile and look over to you, Gilbarand, and you guys can kind of tell that it might be because I'm a little bit embarrassed. I say like, thanks for the save, but still a mighty fine shot, Gilby. You can tell that maybe I'm a little bit embarrassed about the whole slipping thing over the rope.
And you can see Zacharias go,
and I say, I'll give you a hand next time.
love that.
Man.
Oh, that was great.
Oh man, I
Okay,
vomit.
And so, what do? Do you hop over?
I'll walk across the pillar.
Okay. So you walk over the pillar, and you presumably walk over the
Yeah, I'm
pillar.
gonna pack it up.
And
And
Zacharias.
as we walk over, you hear just like a little like, ow, ow, ow,
my back.
ow.
So you guys are walking over. Zacharias climbs up himself and begins walking over. And now you guys have made it to the other side of the chasm.
But just to wrap up what just happened, the pillar doesn't stay that way because it's not fair and nice to ask a stone to bow and then expect it to bow
so
for
long.
the rest of its life.
Yeah.
Well, I learned something.
Yeah, so it comes back up
Okay.
after it had performed its respectful duty.
Yeah, Wax Pony probably
I
would've
wanna-
left
when
it
it gets
there
to, I go
and
like,
enslaved its children.
Good job,
so.
good job, mate, and smack his butt.
The pillar.
Yeah, like
Nice
a sports
touch.
slap.
Oh.
Good job.
And the pillar does turn a shade brighter. Just like a little bit of redstone.
So you guys have now made it to the other side, and it is officially halftime. So we will stop right there for a little bit to do Q&A.
Yeah, let's talk to everyone a little
Alright.
bit.
in this version. So we will take a short break from the actual campaign and resume it very soon.
I'm hopping in chat right now. I want to see what everyone's up
Same.
to.
Yeah.
So yes, for those of you
Oh, did it reach?
who don't know,
Oh.
this halftime is usually used as a way to communicate with chat directly, talk to them about maybe what scenarios they would suggest for us to put on the wheel, because every session, at the end of every session, next week's DM will roll the wheel for the scenario that we must.
Well, we still have Wheatwater Weedery
That's right. That's right. So
that Doug has to do.
Wheatwater Weedery is the next.
Save
campaign.
Shad from Hell is not sticking up on there, so maybe we'll never save Shad from Hell.
I do want to say though, one special thing that is going on tonight. Here's a little special thing. We haven't mentioned it. There's a little tweet that went out earlier today, and if that bad boy gets 100 retweets, there it is right there.
There
if
it
this
is.
gets 100 retweets,
Oh, no.
Doug has to wear this
I didn't
shirt
know this.
for a week straight. Just 100.
Oh,
Not that
God.
many. I
I'm
think
gonna go
we're-
retweet that
we're probably.
immediately.
It's at 43, and we just put it out not that long ago.
You know what? I saw this tweet earlier and I replied saying I raised that retweet threshold by -10. So it really only has to get 90 for me to do it. That's how badly I want to wear that shirt.
Noob Slayer.
Dude, a noob slayer? My
No
question
noobs
is
will
who's
be
getting that shirt for me,
safe.
so.
I think Ethan already got it.
Oh, did he?
Ethan literally is in our ears right now going, I have it.
Has
I've had
it?
it for a long time. I have it.
That's
I have
great.
it. So
Is the twist this the gentleman Lucifer twist that it's like an extra small shirt? So I'll just have to be like, oh,
I don't know. Is there a gentleman's twist? It is
you know,
Ethan.
where it's always like, yes, you got all the gold you desired, but you have no eyes. Or like, you're allergic to it.
It just hit 100. It's already at 110. Wait,
just hit 100?
We should add like a secondary goal.
Then it's happening.
It's
Stretch
It's at
goal.
100. It's 117.
If it
retweets.
breaks,
I can't wait. I'm gonna
If it
do
breaks
Like, I'm gonna do
1,000 skin-tight leather pants.
it for a week straight.
oh, I have a pair of golden hot pants. I have a pair of
Here's the thing.
golden leggings.
to go to work.
I have to go to work. That can't happen.
Okay, what about sunglasses inside for a week, except at work?
Okay, yeah. You know what? If it gets 1,000 retweets, I will raise you a fedora. If this gets 1,000 retweets outside of the context of my job, which has a dress code, I will wear that shirt. And I was actually planning to wear that shirt to work with a sweater over it, so to really live the spirit.
But like it needs to just sneak out like just the N or something.
Yeah,
Just like-
yeah. But I will wear sunglasses inside and fedora if that happens.
And we will also post plenty of pictures of Doug all around
Yeah.
the city wearing this getup. If it does reach 1,000, fedora, sunglasses.
Stretch goal.
Silly. I
Stretch.
love this though because honestly, I know I'm taking like the oh shucks away from this. The oh he's so embarrassed to do this away from this. But this is the kind of stuff I love.
Socrates just said, "Maduggy."
Yeah, so I just do want to take a second to note, if you guys want to see more goofy things like this that we will be doing all of the time, you can go ahead and follow the Pug Crawl Twitter at Pug Crawl. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a giveaway next week. My ex-girlfriend's mother knitted me a sweater, and we're going to be giving that away.
That's right. That's a nice sweater.
It's a very nice sweater. I have two of them. I'm only giving away one. The other one's so dope, I can't give it away. It's my Drake sweater. But I am going to be giving away one of them, so I'll bring that onto stream next time. You can get a peek at it. We actually do have the painting here tonight. We mailed it to the wrong place. We got it back. Jameem Son is going to get the painting. Now, we do need some new YouTube thumbnails. And any thumbnails that you do send to us will be used on stream. So they'll be used actually in the YouTube page.
It's offline right now, so you have to repeat all that again.
Won't it retro?
Yeah,
here we go.
yeah.
Here we go. YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah, so any YouTube thumbnails that you do send
Still
to
saying
us
it's offline for me.
on Twitter, anything that you do send to us on Twitter, we will actually use.
Cool.
We'll use the best ones that we get sent in. I
Oh,
did
we have a
update
subscriber.
quite a few of
A
them.
new subscriber?
Oh wow, we have a new subscriber.
Steven TGW. Thank you for
Hey,
subscribing.
Steven. Thanks.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
So I also do want to say, Shad asked an important question just now. He said, how do you submit characters again? So there are a few ways to submit characters. If you do tweet them at us, it will work sometimes. But the best way to do it is definitely to hop on the interweb, get on your email, and shoot us an email at contact.pugcrawl@gmail.com. If you can give us an entire character sheet, that really does help.
Yeah, we already have two not user, but fan submitted characters on our roster at the moment. We have a few characters in reserve that we want to use. So whenever someone dies, we rotate the newest one in, or the oldest one in, I should say. So always have to take new characters, and they will definitely get on there when space is available.
And
That's right.
also,
That's right.
we just got 2 subscribers sort of back to back from Twitch Prime.
Oh, we did.
If
M-Cult.
you subscribe to Amazon Prime, they have a new deal. It's probably a month old by now, where you get 1 free Twitch subscription a month. So thank you to these two. It's
Steven
M-Cult and Steven
TGW. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you so much, guys. And yeah, if you guys want to check out Twitch Prime and subscribe through that, it is free for the first month. You can give that a try, and that does really help us out, especially as we're trying to gear up for all of these new shows as we move forward.
Bojangles says the stream cut out before we were going to tell everyone about the painting's magical journey.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, as we're trying out all this new stuff, we're kind of messing with... Ethan is back there. He is totally the Wizard of Oz back there. Wizard behind the curtain, pulling a bunch of strings. And we're figuring out, like, a lot of new things. So every now and then, if there is a hiccup, it's honestly probably my fault. Because I just keep poking Ethan. I'm like, hey, dude, can you make, like, explosions in the background, like, the whole time? And he always makes it work. But sometimes there might be hiccups. So we are here now. And I will tell you about the journey that the painting went on. So, Rich Campbell is terrible at FedEx. I sent the painting to the wrong place. Got the painting back from the wrong place. Now have the painting in New York. And the painting will be going to Jameem's son. It was raining today, and I didn't want to risk it. I couldn't find, like, a plastic bag. I didn't want to get it, like, all melted and stuff. So we will be sending it back. I honestly
That's to the wrong place.
We're sending it to the right place.
With a forwarding address to the right place.
It is the most cultured painting now. It was absolute dog shit, and now it has traveled the world. Sweet dreams are made of these. It traveled
Someone
the world.
said tell Ethan to get on camera. Ethan,
yeah, get in here.
Ethan, where are you?
As Ethan gets in here, I do have quite a few questions for chat right now. I know this is a little bit out of the ordinary, but I have some questions about Burt's Bees. Now, I recently got this chapstick, like right before, well, not this, I've actually gone through 2 of these in less than a week. But I went with my good friend Jack Dunlap, and we went, and you guys might know him as Courage, and we went and we got chapstick. We wanted to try something a little bit new. Got Burt's Bees.
The boy
I
himself.
apply on like a bunch because it feels so good. It makes my lips really cold. But then I hate like the greasy feeling of it, so I like wipe it all out and then put more on, and I feel like that's not the right way to use it.
No.
How do I always make it feel as good as when I first put it on?
It's like chewing gum. It doesn't anyway taste as good until the first bite.
It's here.
Oh, it's here.
We have it.
Found it.
This, we also, I will show right now, Jameem's son, I'm not sure if you can really see from here. Oh, there we go. There's the light. Actually signed all of it. And wait, Natalie, you weren't on the show yet when we signed the back of this. So Natalie, you are going to have to throw your signature on here. Natalie is here as well. Hi, Nat. But yeah, no, Natalie will sign it for you as well. Just sign it right now.
There is my child.
Give us your autograph.
Yo!
Yo.
Ah.
She's dying.
She's fine.
I don't want to spouse you.
So, after this, we'll get back to
The campaign.
the matter at hand.
The matter at hand.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
And,
my
the
ex-girlfriend's
What if
signature.
we don't want to?
I
What if
don't
you're
know.
just forever?
It's like
You guys are trapped in that dungeon. Forever, you know?
I like being vampire feed.
Well.
Well, that can be arranged.
Yeah.
Okay, a subscriber. Chris guys, subscriber, new subscriber. Chris
we got a subscriber?
Sopotamus.
Chrysopotamus.
Exactly.
Chris Potter. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Chris
Sopotamus.
He's been with us for a long time, but thank you for finally
Thank you for subscribing.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Chris Potter.
The significance of the painting is we was a giveaway that one of our viewers won.
Jameem's son won, yeah.
And we were going to send to him as a.
All right, so the story of the painting. How was this painting created? How was this infernal contraption crafted? So I used to. I had a girlfriend at one point, and we like kind of split up. And on our last evening together, in an attempt to make things work, I guess. Kind of, I don't know, it was a thing. We went to paint night, and we each painted one of these, and then I needed to get my stuff back, and when I asked for all my stuff back that was at her apartment, and this was like a long time later, like this was like 6 months later, 8 months later, she sent me all of my stuff with the painting that she painted, not the one that I painted, and a note, and the note said like, you always have a piece of me kind of thing, and then I decided let's give it away to chat. And then I give it away.
Yours?
And now we're here.
She has mine still in her apartment. We could get it back. That'd be pretty cool.
Nah.
Just barge in there.
All right, we're wrapping up halftime.
Yeah, let's wrap up halftime.
Shad said that I should wear lipstick for every pug crawl, and
How do you know
who
he's
says I'm not wearing
Honestly,
some now?
Yeah.
Wait, Natalie, what are you wearing tonight? Aqua 4.
Aqua 4.
Aqua 4. I can't
Coral
wait to win
Blue,
that.
number 5.
Aqua 4.
Okay.
Isn't
so,
Aqua 4 something?
Without further ado, let's get back to the matter at hand. We have a lot of stuff to do tonight and also some junk gambling later. So let's make sure that we get this vampiric show on the road.
All right.
So you guys have just landed on the other side of the chasm, and you are now planted firmly behind you. You see the same staircase you descended down, and it's wrapped around a very, very large pillar, all with familial tombs packed full of living thralls.
So dark.
Grimdark fantasy, baby.
Yeah.
Just packed full of living thralls. See, now you're on this other side, and around you, you can see that it seems to be an image of where you just were, except this is very unattended. It's a little bit run down. It has trails and paths just like across the other side of the chasm, but on this side, it's dilapidated and a little bit run down.
Okay, so it's like a large facility with like a mirrored tiers. Like it's all fashioned after the
How do they usually get across the chat? Why do they have that?
Well, that looks. Is that chasm an old? Is that like a newer feature? Like, I'm assuming it wasn't intended to be part of the dungeon.
The chasm itself,
of the prison.
Make a perception check. One of you look down into the chasm.
That bothers me. What's in the?
I'm curious too. I'm gonna use my little peepers.
Okay.
The 2 little peepers in my head.
12 for me.
19.
So, Randolph, you got the highest. So, you peer down, and you can't see the bottom. But what you can see is that below there seems to be a kind of a faint glow, and this looked like it was sundered. Something or some kind of quake happened, and the chasm was opened up and split.
What color is the glow?
The glow is purple.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wow, colors.
Whoa, what if it's a tear into our reality?
Oh.
All right. So there we go. So now we're turning back around, going into the like everything's covered in an inch of dust zone.
Yes.
Sweet.
Immediately in front of you, Zacharias now goes to look at the room. He bends the knee and he finds the moon rune, the moon rune that you had previously scouted. Upon seeing it, he actually can sense the direction, and he speaks to you that we must descend further down into this dungeon, and then, if my speculations are correct, we need to veer left at a fork. And this seems to be an entire language that he can decipher.
Why do you speculate? What makes you...
This is a millennia old rune. These runes we haven't used very recently, which bodes well, because it probably means this was Grandmaster Noctis's rune.
Okay, I agree to kind of walk with him, but I do want to air the question as we're walking, just kind of making small talk, not really trying to start anything. So why haven't you looked for this rascal in over a millennia? I understand that for us elves that might not be the longest span of time, but it's pretty stiff, and why haven't you looked at for him until now?
Because we've made it this far, I will tell you and divulge the information that we look for him every 10 years.
Every 10 years for a convoluted millennia?
I get a little sassy right now with Peach, and I say, listen, I know you're not very educated, but elves don't live millennia. A few centuries at most. These guys are clearly not elves anymore.
Hey, remember when we were friends?
Friendship over!
It's dark in here, man.
These...
Vampiric elves.
We do.
Dick.
dive deep.
Corruption's getting to me. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm.
Try to find him every 10 years. I've never been part of the search crew, but regrettably, we lose knights every 10 years.
How old are you?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
Oh. Ages. I've almost lost count now.
Yeah, that's usually
Likely
how it works.
upwards of 500.
Alright.
What makes this search so important?
Holy relics, primarily. To us, they represent both philosophically, metaphorically, and very physically power of dominion over it.
And I snicker at joke being a little salty. I go, seems like Randolph von Virtuoso can see in the dark better than he can hear in the dark.
That would be funny if I wasn't misunderstood. What I meant was, why does this search require our aid? Not taking into account what it is you're searching for, which has been what you have been searching for every 10 years for time almost uncounted.
To be frank with you, I do what I am told. This particular time was the first time.
Someone had to do it. I was waiting for Ethan to run in with it. I was like, whose job is it to tell the dad joke right now? I really thought Ethan was just gonna run in and be like, "Hi, hi, Frank. I'm Ethan."
Please be Zachariah.
I do what I am told. To continue on, the Queen gives me my orders, and as her unholy paladin of sorts, I agree. And I go down and do it. This is my first quest, and for us, if I return, I will gain great honor down here.
Zacharias.
Yes.
How did you come into the Queen's service?
I myself was a thrall.
Whoa!
You used to. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.
Thrall zone.
Did you grow up in this catacomb? Were you born here?
I was born in this catacomb, yes.
How can
very
you
long
possibly respect this system? You didn't do anything wrong if they let you out and didn't feed on you.
Now I am in the system, and I am at near the top.
You don't feel it strange that it seems like most of the court are but thralls? You guys have no will in your lives at all, but servitude?
Thank you for the new sub, by the way.
You're right. But to fight against it is to fight against my fundamental culture. It's all known. And this may be hard for outsiders to understand, because frankly, it's hard for insiders to understand too. But I respect it because I've risen through it. It's not so different from capitalism.
What is the history of the court of the House of Wax? Was this land always under your dominion, under the dominion?
He keeps walking down, and he seems to be, as he continues to speak, he's looking very diligently for more signs. Some he seems to observe, and he actually takes note and continues down. And this has always been under the rule of Her Holiness, our Queen.
How old is the Queen? Do you know? Does anyone know?
I don't know myself.
Let's stop asking everyone what age they are and find this old geezer
Hold on.
and take the relics back.
Everybody stop. There. Did you see it?
No.
Perception. Can I see if I've noticed it?
Yes.
I did not notice it.
Crit fail.
In fact, I'm like, yeah, I saw it.
And as you say, yeah, I saw it, this huge beast from behind you kicks you into the wall.
That's not what I saw.
You lose 10 health. And you guys roll for initiative.
My best friend.
Can I get my pencil?
Nope.
I got it.
Oh, thank you.
Initiative. Yeah, I think this means we're about to fight. No, that's a good initiative.
So, initiatives?
Yes, 20 for GILBARAND.
Damn.
Not natural.
Damn, son.
15.
Damn, Gilby.
15.
I got 8.
Hey, no one kicks me in the back about getting away with it.
Yeah, without me being ready next time.
Oh, I'm ready now.
Okay. And...
Do we know what this guy is? What the thing was?
Yeah.
Can we see it?
You
now
guys were startled. But during your rolls, you can actually make
I'm
checks.
so startled.
I'm startled.
Kill me! Think of the tears in your clothes!
So.
I shall have to get my sewing kit out.
So you
after
need
this
some time
battle.
instead of Matilda's. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so after you get kicked, you actually fly into what seems to be a doorway that is rune guarded. So you fly back, and as you hit, the archway of the door illuminates in runes, and a bowl on the ground cut out of stone is also beginning to glow. First up is actually Zacharias, and Zacharias kind of misty steps in, and
so drow.
So Devil May Cry.
Yeah, we're just like.
You know that like Dylan tested the character like by himself, like with the lights out, just like, huh! And like Magnus was like barking, like all freaked out, like stuff's falling over, and Jill's like, "No, you see me? No, I must stop this evil."
I built a handmade scythe, and I appeared behind Magnus. And was like, "Ha, baka!" And then I slashed it.
And he goes, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
And that's
And he
exactly
blocked it with his own
what
scythe.
Zacharias does. In the very edgiest manner, he misty steps behind what now is a huge, just bat-like creature, completely descended into blood fury, and he kind of swings his scythe down into its back, and it connects clear with him, and seems to do sizable damage. Next up is actually the bat itself, this large bat beast, and he.
So is this like a? What I'm imagining is sort of like almost like a bear bat.
A bear bat, yes.
Okay.
Like a Vargulf would be what
A
it looks
Vargulf,
like.
yeah. That's it. I didn't
It's a
want to bring
Vargulf.
Warhammer into this,
But you know, like it's like in my blood. I can't.
Can't stop
it's a
it.
bat bear. Like the Vargulf
So this
is a
large
bat
bat
bear.
bear
Okay, cool.
gets kind of stabbed through the back with this scythe, and actually tears off in the other direction and starts thrashing about and trying to slam Zacharias off of him, who is still holding onto the scythe, and he's swinging him about and slams Zacharias into the wall. And Zacharias will take. Zacharias takes sizable damage.
Just beat it.
Yeah, beat it.
Zacharias
that
takes
bat
sizable
bear.
damage. I see you looking over here, by the way.
Oh, no, I didn't see what you rolled on.
Zacharias takes sizable damage, and the bat bear is still continuing to freak out. And now it is actually Gilbarand's turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Well,
Oh, cheese time!
Yeah, I didn't get my halftime cheese.
oh no.
I have it now.
So I'll give a squeeze for cheese.
Oh, here we go.
Well, usually now I crack open the cheese and stick a Slim Jim in the middle, but this will do. This will do.
So what I want to do is use one of my superiority die to do a trip attack, which allows you, when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, you I expend one die and knock the target down. You add a die to the damage roll. So with my arrow, kind of on the wall, kind of bounce off the runic door. I'm like, kind of get up.
Your standard action this round will be taken. One of your standard actions, at least, will be taken to get up.
To get up.
Yeah, because you are in pain and you are hurting.
Okay. So I have only one.
You have one attack.
Okay. I have an extra attack though. Does that mean that
That
counts?
would mean, yeah.
Okay.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Well, I'm gonna then do a trip attack on the bat to try and like knock him down.
Okay. Roll to hit.
18 plus 9.
So you do manage to knock the arrow and
Of course I
hit him.
do.
So what is the description of the attack?
Superiority.
So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you expend one die to attempt to knock the target down. You add the die to the attack's damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, the target is knocked prone.
Okay.
I don't know what the failed save, what counts as a failed save.
Okay, it crit failed, so
Okay.
it's strength check.
Well,
So-
I gotta roll for damage as well.
Oh man.
I just want to point out the fact that I feel like Gresh constantly carries around a superiority dice in his pocket. Like, not yet.
13 plus 17 damage.
now.
Okay, so the bat bear actually, in getting just blindsided and jumped and then tripped and then crit failing, freaks out and is tearing a swath through his particular area. And as he is flying up, going to fly away with Zachariah stuck on his back, you knock the arrow, let loose the trip attack, and in air, it stumbles down, falls to the ground, and takes Zacharias and itself over the chasm ledge.
Good.
Oh, no!
So Zacharias is completely falling over, now tumbling down the chasm with this bear bat who is fucked up.
Damn.
And that is your turn. And now it would be Peach's turn.
All right, so
Save him.
that really changed my move around. It looks like we're gonna have to do the maneuver again to try to save him. So this is a little tricky because if I wasn't to save him, it appears that he would just fall deep into the chasm with the bear bat, and the bear bat can probably shake him off. So like we need to save him.
He's
essentially at
falling,
this
he's
point.
falling, he's falling.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to, not to be a one-trick pony here. This is not my plan at all. But it seems like our best chance. Like Blue, you know what to do, and I kind of like lie down and go like that, and you just see Blue like kind of like run up, and like some rope wraps around him in the air, and it's just like, who's that? And it's like, it's Blue. And he, like that, and he runs on up, and like some Drake is playing. I don't know why. That's what I feel like right now. My eye just changed. You know, the same way. And he gets up on my arm and scoots back, and it's like, oh man, I die for you. You want me to, like controller.
But then the beat drops.
Yeah. And then like he's wrapped, the rope's wrapped around him, and bing, thank you. And he just shoots off with the rope around him, and a tear falls down my eye. A father is truly proud. And I go, hey, Waxy, grab onto the pooch. That's attack number 1.
Okay. So you fire Blue from the bow, and Blue hurtles through the air and does a flip and then splays out, and then it's descending down the chasm like a skydiver, to which Blue lands on the back of this tumbling bat bear and is like just trying to dance on the top of it as it's spinning, and grabs on to Zacharias. And you have another attack, you said?
Yeah, and this attack is going to be a pull-back attack, where I just limp the rope, and then Drake's still playing.
Okay, you'll need to make both an animal handling check and an athletics check.
The perfect cast.
An animal handling check.
Oh God, I just remember where that was from.
1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Sorry, animal handling and what?
Animal handling to see if Blue responds to you well enough, and then athletics. But you can make your animal handling first.
Animal handling is going to be 15.
Okay, so Blue seems to get where you're coming from, and he is responsive.
What's this one?
Athletics.
Oh, yeah.
21.
Sick. So Blue grabs on, and then in turn kind of scrunches around the rope with its mouth and uncurls its pug tail. And Zacharias gets the hint, grabs on, and then turns part of his body into this kind of mist, or this misty step, and to make himself extra light, only having his scythe below him that he retrieved from the back. And it was just in time.
Sweet.
Because as it so happened, Blue gets pulled up by you, and the bat bear smashes hard on a spiked pillar below and completely just cracks in half.
As Blue, that's awesome. As Blue's flying up, can he do one of these?
So Blue is obviously fucking rad. So Blue fucking, at the height of it all, when he's whipped, you over-whipped him back up. At the height of it all, Zachariah is starting to get really edgy at the top with his scythe. And Blue, of course, radically as ever, somehow just like farts, a cool explosion, and behind, just the coolest moment happens. And Zacharias is so tight too, and everything is just so tight.
From the fart explosion, just like
yeah,
through the
just
smoke,
and just lands and like skids on the ground. And Blue also lands with the like kind of Iron Man punch.
Right as Blue like lands the Iron Man punch and we have like the scythe in the air, like can it freeze frame right now and the voice of God just gives a recap? Like it's just like recap of the entire campaign while they're frozen looking at you.
So as this sick moment is happening, we do a recap, and the gang, meaning Gilbarand, Peaches, and Randolph, wake up in the court of aristocratic vampires. They are tasked with a quest to retrieve a holy relic from the nightly order of the waxing moon. So they dive down into the dungeon/prison system that is made from an old catacomb to find the Grand Master of the Nightly Order that went down there millennia ago. And they want to retrieve this sword from his presumably dead self and whatever is down there to eventually transcend back up to the surface. They encountered this bat bear very recently, right after Gilbarand got kicked into a door covered in runes.
And that bear got shredded.
Bat bear got real fucked up.
Yeah, super shredded.
And now they are just blasting back onto the stairwell, where we are again complete. And Randolph is completely in awe. He didn't even get a chance to fight.
Oh, Jimmy Neutron.
I don't do anything.
So it landed.
He's like, what happened? What did I miss?
Ooh, I was so scared.
So it landed, and now the scene. Zacharias is very, very grateful, and he is huffing and puffing. Blue walks off without a worry in his mind, and you, Gilbarand, are closest to this runic door. What do you do?
I kind of like peek over. I'm like, what do I see when I peek over? I'm just like, kind of getting back from that action, trying to like peek around and be like, well.
So this is a large stone door, and it is guarded by these kind of similar runes of the order. On the bottom of the door is a well, it seems. Not a deep well, just a small cut, a bowl in the ground. And it seems like this will open, but it's only by members of the order.
Can I go up to Zacharias?
Mm-hmm.
Is he bleeding?
Zacharias is bleeding, yes.
I want to get some of his blood and then drop it in that well.
What are you doing?
I think I have a hunch.
Okay, well, can you explain your hunch to me before you just want to come over here and drain me of blood?
We trusted you. Now trust me.
Whoa. Fine. And he kind of raises his arm, and below you see this gash, but it's quickly stitching itself back up. So he kind of...
I don't know how much I need. Just give me what you got, man.
He goes...
Okay, I think that's good.
Out of it.
Into like a little glass vial or something.
Like one of those ketchup things.
Yes. Yeah. Just a ripped ketchup packet.
Yeah.
And he gives you the blood, and you...
I pour it in the well of the door frame.
Okay. As you pour it in the well of the door frame, it seems 1/4 of these moons has litten up that are above the door.
Oh.
More blood or all of our blood? What's it gonna be?
What makes... I'd like to roll a perception. Mm-hmm. What makes this cell... like, is this cell different than the other cells because this is like a cookie cutter prison system? It's 13. I mean,
So, is this a perception check?
Yeah.
So I think that the difference with this cell that you can see immediately is that this is a large familial tomb, from what you've gathered, with a stone sealed door.
Okay.
And actually, in architecture, it's not very different from the other ones. The only reason that it's particularly standing out is because it is covered in these millennia-old ruins.
Yeah. So it's like a really old crypt.
It's a very old crypt.
Okay, so this is sort of like, it's like solitary confinement.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Okay. Dragon.
So Yes, so that happened. What do you want to do, Randolph?
Well, seems that we might need a little more substance to fill that bowl. I wonder if Zachariah, excuse me, ooh,
Yes.
ooh, what do you know about this?
Well, as you guessed correctly, this seems to be an old sacrificial altar. We don't use technology like this anymore. Which bodes well, again, as it seems to be marking in the direction of the older members of our order.
Yeah.
You poured my blood in there, but these are usually locked behind a system that requires blood from multiple sources.
Oh man,
But
this is gonna make
more
him
than
all
multiple
hungry.
sources, different multiple sources. So things like
Other
elves
races.
for me we have elves covered, and now we need more.
Yeah.
3 more.
Oh, 3 more.
All right. Well, I
Wow.
just have a feeling.
Elf.
Can you
No.
keep it in your pants though if he comes
And
out
then
here and drops
I
his
guess
blood in?
there's that.
Dog.
Dog.
No, dog.
We have whatever you want to offer.
Here's the
We
thing.
still need 1 more.
This is what I'm wondering.
We need one more, or like one more on top of what we
Do
have.
you
to offer?
think
1 more on top of what we have.
Do you think that there's a good chance Sir Noctis would be behind this, or is this just an old crypt that no one's been in for a while? Can you tell us anything? Because the decor is very gothic, much like everything in here. So, pardon these eyes, but I just can't seem to quite take the difference. Maybe you know the nuance of it. Looking in there.
We have nothing but a hunch.
Okay.
Frankly, we could continue to search all night if we wanted. But would it do us more good than this? No. Maybe we should approach one at a time and go from our earliest and continue down. It's just blood.
No. It's not just blood when you haven't eaten in 5 days. I don't even think you're going to be able to keep it in your pants when he does drop his little blood out. And I'm sorry, I'm putting my foot down. We're not taking any blood from the pooch.
Would this be a drop?
It could be a drop, yes. It does not need to be much.
I want to ask him
Someone's never
These
had
runes.
any fun in their life.
their language.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I don't
Does it
trust
say, "Speak friend and enter"?
It's an edgy vampire that Dylan's
No, it
playing.
says
You really
speak
trust
foe,
it?
I think.
You think?
I'm not gonna metagame.
No, these particular runes from left to right show the cycles
I don't trust
of
it.
the
I don't
moon,
trust
which
it.
in our belief is the return of our goddess and then her descent into death and then her return again. So what this essentially means is that we need to continue towards her death, the sacrifice of our blood being metaphorical for her death.
That's-
So you say
that's-
we have elvish blood already in
Yes.
this.
I'm fine. I just like, whatever.
You want to give
YOLO. I take out a little dagger and I'm like, boop, ooh, that hurts. And just go,
Does
So
it
you
freak out?
drop a little drip of your blood into this bowl.
Into the
and
bowl, yeah.
More of the moon cycles kind of
like-
illuminate.
ding.
And, oh my God. You've just descended into cheese slavery.
Oh no.
So more of the moon cycles illuminate, and it's clear that it's a pretty simple explanation as to how to get this gate open.
Are there cages like with thralls in here?
Yes.
Near us?
Yes.
What do we need?
Are they dressed in like pillowcases?
What do I see? when I look around, what do I see?
In our immediate vicinity, they're the closest cage that you hear murmurs from. You can peer through and you see green skin coming from the other side.
I peek and I say, "Orc, come here."
Why?
That's a great way to start. Great way to begin the conversation.
Are you here to rescue me? Please
No,
let me
but-
out.
I can help if you help me out as well.
Are you anything? I need to get out of here, man.
I need just one drop of your blood. In exchange, I can give you food, or a merciful end.
Kill me. I don't want to be in here anymore. You must kill me. Please, take all my blood. I don't care at all.
I kind of
Bro,
I
fuck my shit up, fam.
I pull him. I look in his eyes. I get out a dagger in his neck.
Oh!
Wow.
May your soul find peace.
You guys always get pissed at me when
Take
I do
out the
stuff
knife.
like that.
Go walk over to. Dab it.
But here's where the tentacles would come out. Like the body. Tentacles.
Okay, so you drop the blood in, and finally more of the moons come in. You get the distinct impression. Ew, dude.
Oh my
You get the
god.
distinct
Gross.
impression that
This is gross.
you're gonna be sweating cheese sticks.
You are going straight to Putty Town.
You get the distinct impression that one more would do it.
Are there any
want
rats?
I've had like 4.
No. There's no rats.
Seems like
We're cheese for cheese right now.
We are.
You
So
have
Natalie's eating cheese
you
backstage
have
every time I eat
a
cheese.
dog.
that's not my dog.
We're not taking the dog. Sorry, I
So-
got cheese in my mouth and this
Just
action
so
in my
you
heart.
know.
So Blue actually looks at you. He's like,
He cuts himself.
Yeah, like,
back off.
yeah, yeah.
So Blue looks at you and pats you on the back. Pats you and goes, snicked. And cuts its little putty paw and dips in a drop of blood from its putty paw.
He is so chill.
Yeah.
The chillest fucking dog,
chill.
dude.
He's so
Honestly, the chillest dog. So he drips blood into the thing and it illuminates and it opens. And what do you guys do?
I'd like to look in.
So you look in
What do we see?
and
Perception.
a stairwell down. And mostly tombs, crypts, reliquaries,
Reliquary.
yes.
the reliquary. All right, then let's
Memento moris.
let's go down. Let's go get
Isn't
those
that the name of Guy
Horcruxes.
Fieri's kitchen?
Okay,
Reliquary.
so you guys actually go to descend down.
But like Scooby-Doo style, where we're like, boom, boom.
So do you guys go
Yeah.
as well?
Blue's out in the front. We're actually
Yeah, if he goes
Scooby-Dooing.
through,
Yeah.
I'll follow him
Okay.
Blue Scooby.
to the end, man.
I'm Velma.
Okay.
Am I Shaggy?
So
no. I'm-
so you
Yeah, he's definitely
guys
Shaggy.
you guys walk through
Scoob.
and the last to walk through is actually Blue, who Zacharias kicks inside and slams the doors behind you.
you knew that he was playing like an edgy vampire.
Wait, so he
listened
went in
to him.
last?
And he didn't go in.
I wanted to go after him.
Oh wait, so he kicked us in and
Yeah.
closed the doors?
And he, from the other side, you hear him incredibly sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll never be able to forgive myself.
I look back
Please
and I
forgive.
say, Zacharias, I'm gonna fuck you up. Open this door immediately.
I
No,
can't.
This can't stand.
I can't.
I
The members
swear
of
to
my
God,
order would disavow me. I'd never be able
know
to.
what you're doing.
When I am
you
free
piece of
of
shit.
this bondage, I will come and I will
Excuse me.
slaughter you.
And from below, down the stairs, you hear an immense roar. This incredibly horrifying grinding sound of something that has been down here for far too long.
I know that sound all too well. Every time Dylan is the DM,
You know, I
get
think
so
it might be
angry at
different.
him. I'm like so angry at you right now. I'm like, the second we get out of these chairs,
I did say I wanted to go after Zacharias, but I guess
Oh,
it's okay.
You always
We're
do
in.
something like this. I don't know why.
we always fall for it.
It's true. I mean, it's true. It's very true.
Okay, well, we're
and
in
you
here
called
now,
it,
so
you guys are in here now, and you're locked in, and there's one way down.
And there's
And
no
Zacharias is actually, you hear him mumbling and praying and doing things beyond
that. I go up there and I whisper through the crack, Zacharias, please. Come closer.
I just like in full
Curse him.
rage, just like
Come closer.
Blue's
to the-
snarling a little bit,
Come closer.
and
to
I'm
the
just
door.
like, Your prayers can't save you now, boy.
You suck.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't hear what you said at all.
And he doesn't know, but in saying that, I cast the cantrip Vicious Mockery.
Oh, nice.
What does that do again?
I don't know. Just
It does some damage.
does it?
Yeah, here, I'll go ahead and pull it up for you.
I'm sorry.
You could have cast like
V.
command or something.
I meant just to like, doesn't it personify emotional turmoil?
And so
Like
actually,
it amplifies it.
as this is happening, Blue starts to whine.
Oh no.
No!
And down at the bottom of the steps is a very gaunt, long figure,
Ew.
completely shrouded. You can only see his outline, but hanging from his hand is a sword, and it's shivering and shaking below you.
That's a great spell.
What was the Grandmaster's name? I forgot his last name.
Noctis.
Noctis.
I go.
Also,
Noctis.
sorry.
Grandmaster Noctis.
And
Can you hear us?
like a flash of light, he's right here
Oh,
in front of you.
I don't flinch. I don't flinch.
that's so scary.
What happens is I kind of like
Is it-
pee a
was
little pee, but I don't flinch. It's like,
Yeah. Is there a rattle? Does like a rattle of bones happen? It's just like,
So do a perception check.
because that
On-
is terrifying.
Master Noctis.
Master Noctis.
So
I face scarier creatures than you.
That's a 6. I just am like,
So you, so you jumped out of your fucking skin, but what you notice is this just sunken, horrible figure with this chitinous armor, almost like peeling so tight to his skin, and his body is shaking, very gaunt, hair completely missing. But all of his like bat-like features are very exaggerated, and he's shivering, and he's very, very hungry, so far as you can tell. And now you need to roll initiative.
Oh.
As I roll for initiative, I kind of scream to the party. I go, "Praise, pray, boys! Let's saddle on up."
I got an 8 again.
I got 20 again.
Got an 18.
I can't believe we got the same initiative roll twice.
I guess we're just equally as fast as we are.
So spooky spookster.
It's so spoopy in
And
here.
you got what?
It got so spoopy.
Also, Vicious Mockery is 1d4 damage on a Wisdom saving throw for what's his face?
Okay.
For shithead.
Sad Man
Wasn't that his
Bob.
name?
Yeah.
Shitface Dylan Creation.
Yeah.
You guys
Butt
always
wax.
fall for it. Actually, I didn't hear what you said before,
That's okay.
but I probably would have missed you
I
behind you.
verbally
purpose.
said,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, let's not fall for Dylan doing his thing again." I verbally said it, and we record it.
And I remember saying I'm gonna go after Zacharias because I don't want to walk through door frames.
Dude, the entire thing was a trap. He picked a name that you couldn't pronounce. He picked vampires, which I'm hot for.
He mentioned a house of wax.
Like,
So,
Doug can't.
Grandmaster Noctis is up first.
He's no grandmaster anymore.
He's a grandmaster of kicking some ass, that's for sure.
Am I right?
We'll see about
Boom. Grandmaster just got stoked when I said that. You can't see it.
that.
But
You buffed up.
yeah, he got yoked for a second. So Grandmaster actually shape changes immediately into you. So he turns immediately into an exact replica of you.
Sweet.
And actually kind of turns around, and after doing so, slashes. The only thing that you can see is that he has the same weapons as you, except the sword that he uses, this rapier, is a slightly tint different colored. And he actually lunges right past you, scoops under, and attacks for Randolph on
Just like-
Virtuoso. Yep.
This is so scary. Master
so-
Noctis.
How does a 17 hit you?
Very good.
It gets you good.
A 17 hits me very good.
Very good.
My little
very good.
tabard is no match for a 17.
That was a beautiful strike, sir.
Okay, Now that is.
How does 30 damage strike you?
How about instant KO?
Yeah. How does you've been sucked dry like a plum?
Okay, so he does 8 damage to you and now has you in one of his hands too.
Like
and
by
he's-
my neck or by my thumb or by my foot?
By your cock. He actually has you by the throat, and he is lunging back to
Take me down.
take your soul. No, he's going back to strike you again, and he gets you.
Gets you good.
Master, not this. This is
You
not
have
proper
one more
etiquette.
Do you have one more damage die?
That is going to be 8 again.
Oh, okay. 16.
And
That's not so bad.
you are grappled.
It's 16.
Grapple beat. 16.
Yes.
So
And
he's
he
smart.
actually gains health, so that's great.
He gains
Cool.
health.
Yes.
Motherfucker. We need some ice spells. Ice spells prevent healing.
Smart
FYI.
guy. I like that about you. Whose turn is it now?
It is now Gilbarand's turn.
So he's behind me.
Yes.
I want to turn around, get out my whip, grab him by the legs, and yank him.
Okay.
So like another trip attack,
Okay.
you might say.
Roll to hit.
Does a 22 hit?
A 22 does hit.
Thank you. So he must make a strength saving throw. I don't know what the fail counts at, what the fail threshold is. Never says.
Does he
I
say
mean, he rolled a
anything?
17 on his strength saving.
He would have saved that.
Okay.
Is he saying
It's
anything?
8 plus my proficiency.
No.
Actually,
He's
it might
not
wait.
currently.
8
Not saying anything?
He's very blood starved.
plus 3.
Are there any are there any
11.
sounds he's making? Is he now
Chittering.
a copy of Gilbarand to like vocally? So if when he's like I don't know if he'd be like growling or hissing, but it sounds like he's making those sounds from that mouth.
As far as you can tell, to the untrained eye, he is an exact copy of Gilbarand.
Okay.
But like we've been keeping
But
track.
I
so
do
it's not
10
even-
damage from that whip attack.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not prone.
Okay.
If you passed it, he did. With 17.
Yes.
Okay, my DC is 15.
Okay, so you just said 10 damage? Sorry.
Yeah. Then for my second attack, seeing that failed, I'm gonna kind of lunge forward with my rapier into his back, like lower back.
Okay.
You only did it the one time.
You only get one squee. One squee per customer.
That's a
One more.
10
That is a 10 to hit,
to hit.
and you did not hit.
Kind of go in and then not get a good enough purchase and kind of strike the ground and behind him.
Yes, so you strike hard, but you find purchase only in the stone on the floor, and you chip a good chunk out.
You should, yeah,
Of a
as you
stone?
do
Yes.
that, just as a helpful reminder to me, you should be like, remember? I remember that time we lost some of our limbs or something like that. Just like give me a little something.
So now it is your turn, Peaches.
So I hop on up in the like I use my movement action to like flip up in the air, and my bow comes down like a hanging chandelier. Blue hops up in the air, and before I even let out the words, "Yeah, boy, how are you?" He hops on up, and he is the light to my chandelier. You've never seen a pug do this, I swear. Not ever. Flips on up, booty landing right into the back of the string. I throw the sword up in the air, Blue crashing forward like a meteor.
How do you put a sword
falling
up in the air with
straight
your-
from heaven? What?
How do you put a sword up in the air? We have one arm.
My hip. And it is up in the air, flying straight out of my hilt. Blue catches it in his mouth. Finds purchase straight into the back of the false Gilby. Do you need me to
Okay.
roll?
You will roll at disadvantage because you cannot tell which Gilbarand is Gilbarand.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's the one holding me.
There.
Okay.
His necrotic energy blurs your sight.
Wow, that was such a good roll.
What did you roll first?
I rolled a 4 and an 18, so the 4 is going to get a +8. Plus +7.
So what are you at? Sorry, I didn't listen to the first part.
4 + 8 + 7.
Why is it +4?
So I'm gonna ask if that's cool in a second.
Why plus?
So the 4 + 8 is definite because it's my longbow.
Uh-huh.
But +7 because of the animal handling.
I would say no, not for this particular moment. I would say
Okay,
that
so then
adds,
it's just gonna be +8 then.
Okay.
So 12. So that's
okay,
probably.
so you miss actually with that attack.
Okay. To follow up with my extra attack, I'm like, ain't a problem, boy. I fall down across the ceiling and I slide with my momentum. Blue tosses up my sword and I go.
Shit.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, so what's your roll?
Disadvantage still?
Disadvantage still, yes.
That bounced off the book.
What is it?
That's a 2.
Okay.
Could roll a 1.
And an 18. I rolled a 4/18 and a 2/18.
All right, since you rolled on disadvantage last time, I'll give you the 18.
No, it's fine. If that's what happens, that's what happens. I miss. I miss.
Hey,
but
Hey,
You grew today.
Hey,
inspiration point. Inspiration point.
Congratulations.
Yeah, wow, I'm proud of you. You
Thank
have an
you.
inspiration point for that.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm gonna use it soon. I would like to use the inspiration die on this turn.
Yeah.
And I look up aghast. And I'm just like, well, shit.
So you've actually missed both your attacks, and now it is your turn, Randolph. You are grappled, so your movement is 0.
That's fine. I look into GILBARAND's eyes, and I go,
What is that?
and now a 20-foot sphere around us is all silence. I cast silence. So there is no saving throw for anybody. If you're in here, you're silenced. All magic that has a verbal component, not going to happen. Yeah, so that's what I do for that, Toyn.
Okay. So now it is.
Yeah, and since I'm a movement, can I try to be ungrappled?
Yes.
Can I make a
you
saving
can
throw
use
to be
your.
ungrappled?
You will have to use. You'll have to fight against his strength, or is it Constitution? Yeah, it's strength.
Strength.
It's not gonna go well. Yeah, that's a 3 to be ungrappled.
So you're still struggling at your neck, trying, and he's just squeezing tighter and tighter. And now it is Grandmaster Noctis's turn, and he hunkers down with you in his hand and drags you on the ground, and very, very quickly, at supernatural speed, darts down the stairs back deeper into his cavern with you, particularly.
Ooh, we should make love to
and
you.
you get an opportunity attack against him.
I would like to.
Okay.
I have a question really quick, Gresh, as you're rolling. That attack, it definitely wouldn't have happened, but on future attacks, does my Mastiff, does Blue have his own initiative? Can he make his own attacks, or?
Yeah, he has his own initiative.
Okay. Yeah, we attacked in sync there, but I just wanted.
You
I
attack
didn't
on
roll
you.
initiative
I mean,
for Blue.
I think it's you actually attack on the same turn, but you can command you get one of your attacks to command him, or a bonus action to command him to attack.
My extra attack can be him attacking. Yeah, that's why I just
you have
wanted
to
double
read.
check.
You have to read in the ranger rules there.
Yeah, I'll double check that.
Opportunity attack. It's another 10.
In total?
Yes.
That you do not hit.
I'm gonna pop my inspiration point over that, Sly Dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice one.
Thank you. It's a 1. So I'll stick with a 10.
I could slide mine.
Okay. So you actually.
I'm gonna retire this die for a bit. He's been a naughty
You
boy.
actually strike right down back into the same piece of stone. You got fixated.
He was right here. I can't hit me, though. I'm like,
But actually, in casting silence, his visage of Gilbarand is gone.
Okay.
And so he, and also invoked that opportunity attack because of your silence spell. But he is now darting down the stairs, very, very fast, and you feel the wind through your long hair. And what you guys don't see is once he makes it to the bottom, he slams you on the ground, and he goes to drink your blood again.
Help me! He's gonna drink my blood! The chitin isn't helping!
So
Oh, woman, I need my
that
silk
him?
hankies.
is that what he looks like? He's huge.
yeah, he's crazy, bro.
He drew it.
So does a 15 hit you?
Yes!
Okay. So So he would.
He just goes like.
And you're like, oh please. I'm like, oh no. Take some more.
The 2 holes in the neck would look so improper.
So you 9 damage this time. And actually, as he's draining you of blood, color is coming back to his flesh, and he's like growing, and he's now able to speak very slightly, in which he utters this ancient word that has you completely charmed. Gathering
We're gonna die today.
that you succeed on a DC 17 wisdom throw.
To repel the charm.
Yes.
Okay. No! Ooh, that tickles. Ouch, ouch! Ouch, that hurts! What are you doing? 15 plus, wait.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. 17!
You made it! Woo! Okay.
Not charm.
So he tries to charm you,
Ouch, it hurts! Come save me!
and he does not succeed.
Like, did you hear someone?
And he
Hear someone
actually,
scream for help?
in getting rejected,
No.
a slight tear wells up in his eye.
Yeah.
Rats. And now it is Gilbarand's turn.
How much damage did you
Seeing as my close range
He
attacks
tried to
have
charm
been
me.
so
take
effective,
I took 9 damage.
I
Because you
sheath
suck
my
one on
sword.
my neck.
and I run down the stairs after a good friend here. But while I'm still in the zone, you hear me go. You don't know what I said, but I said.
But you
something.
presume it's, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run down the stairs. Twice in the back of this bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah, get that bad boy. Get that naughty boy.
1 does miss. 1 does hit though.
Okay. Yes. So
Welcome
you
back.
knock 1 arrow. The first arrow that you shoot misses. You are running a bit too fast. But once you find your center, you shoot your second one.
Kneel down.
And
I kind of run. I kind of. First one I was running and shooting. The second one I'm gliding and shooting. Kind of like sliding and shooting.
sick.
And that's better. I get better. Purchase
lead
that
better.
way.
Nice.
That is going to be
Max damage.
a 10 damage.
Dang. Okay. So you strike. You slide in, shoot your arrow, and
I
it
know-
actually goes through the back of his ear and rips his whole ear off.
I would
Sick.
actually like to use my action surge to attack again twice.
Okay. And during this, after that, he scratches at his ear, drops Randolph, and actually turns to you and is like,
And I'm like, and I did call it, so I'm gonna try and miss on these ones.
okay.
Seeing it, he's like, it's taking me back. So, does 18 does hit?
Tried to
18
charm
does
me,
hit
bro.
him, yes.
Does
Just tried to charm me, bro.
11 hit?
11 does not hit, no.
Okay, so he's gonna get 1. But
Okay.
That one is like I'm trying to like. That is a 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage. So now,
Dude, he's playing you, bro.
okay.
And I'm like, end up like up here. So I hope he knows I was like, I'm in the middle of like my groove right now, and I'm kind of threw me off a bit. But
So he shakes his hands, and you fire 2 shots again. The first one actually hits him, and in just your muscle memory, you shoot the second up, and it flies away. But the first one rips his other ear off, which really sucks. But you just have
I'm
very
such a
good
good
aim. Yeah. So now he's earless, and he's scratching at his head. And it is now your turn, Peaches.
So, this is going on during his attack. I'm queuing up just like in combat. My sword is kind of in the ground, and you see me, like, not exactly rip it up, but kind of sling it forward. And as it comes off, you can see 2 different types of sediment crumble off. It was in so deep that it was actually in the natural rock as well. And it has a certain momentum to it as it goes. And I let go of it, and as it slides up, I conjure 10 good berries and let them slide down from the hilt all the way to the bottom of the sword. Blue catches the 10 good berries in his mouth, does not consume them. The sword flips up, the hit hits the ground and bounces. I begin to run in speed with the sword, grabbing it by its hilt, holding it like this. Super gangsta. Now I am running at full speed up the wall a little bit like Sonic the Hedgehog. Blue in tow. And Blue is just running with the good berries in his mouth. Blue peeks out in front of me just a little bit, just by the tip of his whiskers. Hands you the good berries and then slides, like as he's handing you the good berries, on all four paws, he just like slides out with sparks more intense than the sparks that came off of the sword as it curled up against that ancient sediment. And Blue looks, she's looking straight at the back of that vampire dickwad and straight down the back. You know how like Magnus and Nigel, how like the back of their hair like kind of just stands up like a little badass mohawk? He's just
He's like a Pikachu.
A little bit like a Pikachu. Yes, correct. A little bit like a Pikachu, especially with those sparks. Right. All right. Awesome. And now I run up at the same time, also sliding, also sparks. My sword right at the neck of the vampire. Noticing that he tried to miss his shots, I do not aim for purchase. Also, you can eat those good berries. I gave you 10. You can heal yourself for 10, and you're going to be full all day, baby. They're delicious. They're great. They're good berries. Buy peaches. And I just hold the sword up to his neck, and I go to say, like, you better explain yourself quick, boy, or else you're going to get dead quick. But all that comes out is...
Oh, you're out of the zone, I think.
Yeah, you're out of silent zone now, so you're good.
Out of the silent zone, so I go, better explain yourself quick, boy. Are you going to get dead quick, boy?
And actually, the vampire is trying. He's visibly frustrated, but he's still a little bestial in this. And he's slamming his hands on the ground like an ape. And he's like trying to look around for a way to explain. But
I go, hands up.
And actually reaches out for your hand and clamps down onto it.
I let him.
And you're gonna take serious damage.
I let him. I'm into that.
But let's roll. You take 12 damage.
Okay.
So it's not that serious. But now it's Randolph's turn while this has happened.
I'm going to get up, brush myself off, and look around. What sort of den? Where are we? Where have I been dragged into?
Okay, so this is the largest tomb in this familial area that you can see.
Okay.
And just littered about you are bodies and chitinous armor, particularly.
Okay.
Plenty of chitinous armor.
No chasms, though.
And warrior, just weapons and warrior garb and
Yeah.
staves and kind of mixed things. And in the very back of it is this kind of this open window that is large enough for someone very small to squeeze through, but it is shaped like a moon.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enthrall. Because no one charms me. And I pull out, because I don't have enough time to set up, I pull out a little tappy thing. I don't know, what are they called?
It's a tuner.
A maestro
A
stick.
tuner,
No,
yeah.
a maestro
A
stick.
maestro
A maestro stick?
And just like tap it. Come to me, little feasty beastie, think you can suck on me. You'll have a bite a bit too much. In spite of yourself, you'll go squee. You can't bring me down into your lair like this. You can't bring me down and try to save face, because I'm a little sneaky squeaker, gonna get you in your own space. And then I just like...
Okay, so
While I'm like,
what do I have
one
to save
hand
against?
is like like holding my ruinous neck.
Your blood in.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing this is like a wisdom saving throw or something?
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw against my spell, which is 14. So.
Oof.
Might be higher now, actually.
He saves. It's 19 on a roll of 19.
I expected as much. He seems like a pretty
edgy.
Well, then that happens, and I'm just like, wow. I guess one turn deserves another.
But you still have the rest of your turn.
Well, I don't want to hurt him, but
You could heal me as I'm getting drank.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll cast Healing Word on this guy.
Okay.
Sorry to metagame.
And then that'll be it. No, that's what I was going to do, but it's just boring.
I hate healing.
Okay, so you heal him, and now it is Noctis's turn again. And Noctis has now drained more blood and is able to speak short sentences. But so he misty steps to the other side of the room, away from you guys.
How much you heal me for, by the way?
1d4.
I
And
healed you for 10.
he is trying to crawl out of this hole that is the moon, and he's
okay.
having no way of doing it.
He's too big?
He's trying to squeeze through, but he's too big. His armor is keeping him from it, and he's really trying. And I think he's trying to communicate to you that he wants out.
As he gets away, don't I have an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do. If you want. Wait, did you shoot at him or did you slash him with yours?
I just held my sword up to his neck. I
Okay.
was just kind of holding it there.
He did misty step. So
Okay. I don't think I do get one then in that case. I'm just trying to get him to talk.
Okay. Well, he turns around after noticing that he can't climb through this hole, and he
1d4 plus 6.
and he's saying like,
Thank you.
"Stop!" In this kind of broken language he's trying to piece together. Every other word is something like "I am" or like "trapped," like "out, out."
Yeah.
Stop. And he's communicating this to great length, but his eyes are glazing over again, and he like snaps back into ferocity and is kind of darting at you, Peaches. And so he actually comes in with one more attack.
All right, we're going to have
at
to
you.
just like give this guy a ton of our blood or kill him.
Well, we're healing him up, so you might as well just keep.
And he's going in for a bite on your exposed arm with the dagger, kind of running at you.
My only arm, by the way.
That's true. He's running at you and kind of like rears back, and his huge fangs come out, and he goes to bite your arm. And since you were already primed in that position, you have the opportunity to dodge.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to slide right between his legs, and Blue's kind of there. So as I slide on his legs, Blue's gonna like grab onto my leg and hold on and just slide with me. It's like, let's get out of here, boy. That is there? It's not survival, right? It's definitely acrobatics to dodge, or is it just pure dex?
It would be acrobatics.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna be a 14 to dodge.
Okay. So you do dodge out of the way because he is clumsy and he's not thinking as well, and he kind of scuffles forward and falls and manages to fall on his face, and he like slides over to the side, and then immediately you notice that he perks back up and looks up the stairs, which now has light coming down it. And from beyond you hear the clinking of Chitinous armor coming down, and sure enough, Zacharias actually makes it down the stairs, and is apologizing, is so apologetic, and has seemed to have a change of heart.
Is it just him?
It's just him. So he comes down, and he's too slow to be involved in this so far, but he's just made it down to the bottom, and Noctis is looking up at him.
Okay.
So now it would be Gilbarand's turn.
Draw my bow pointed at Zacharias, and I say, explain everything.
And so, sure enough, he kind of keeps his scythe armed. He's ready to attack in case. And Noctis gets up and kind of
like,
starts to lunge at.
No.
So you're saying this to Noctis?
Yeah, no.
So Noctis is still glazed over, but I will allow you to make a performance check
Performance?
or
That's fine, they all the same modifier.
persuasion.
No.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to give me an inspiration.
So actually, so Noctis charges forward and crawling on all hands and knees, he kind of lunges up at Zacharias.
Can I get in the way? Can I get in between them?
Yeah, you have your move, so you can try to do
So
it.
anime, I love it. Go on.
So,
And like allow him to kind of bite. If he's going for a bite, to bite into me.
so he does. So he
Just blood trickling out behind you. So,
We can't fight.
So he does. So you manage to jump in between, and Zacharias reaches up and looks scared, but finds his scythe, and it's the sickest shit because you're like and you slide in, and
My head is bowed. It's like,
and
twitching.
and Noctis reaches down and clamps into your neck, drops his sword. He drops his sword and just drinks to his heart's content.
From your shoulder.
So you actually lose 3/4 of your remaining health.
So 3/4 of it?
Yes.
Of my remaining health?
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
So you
Rip.
Let's just say I'm at like 40. Yeah.
So how much health did you have before that?
I was on. I do differently. So I had 13 points of damage out of 52.
So you're at like 10 health right now, let's say.
No, I have more than
I think. Did you mean you have 1/4 of your remaining health?
Yes, you have 1/4.
Oh, okay.
You've
So
lost
I have,
every-
Yeah,
I have
you've
severe
lost
health.
a lot of blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have 10 left.
He went to Glugtown.
Yeah.
And
It's like
from
Marlon
after
Brando
that,
drinking a soda.
you've lost the remainder of your turn, and you've slumped now on the ground, the sword next to you, and Noctis rises, completely
Can
rejuvenated.
I sneakily grab the sword?
You can actually. You can make a.
Oh, sick!
I would
Here he
say-
comes.
Yeah, I would say make a. What would that be? Dexterity.
Or,
Green
yeah.
fantasy, Jesus.
9. Jesus
I'll
Christ.
give you inspiration dice.
Hell yeah! Now
Waiting for
this
the
is
right
a
time.
party.
17.
Better.
Okay, so
Much
you
better.
actually do manage to grab on to his rapier, and you kind of move it under your body. And Noctis in this has no mind for this sword at all, and he comes up and starts clicking in Verloika speech to Zacharias, turns back to all of you, throws Zacharias into the pit with the rest of you,
Yeah.
and then bolts out the door, just jets
Whoa.
out. And Zacharias is thrown on the ground, and now combat is over. So-
Okay. I'm gonna run after Noctis.
Okay.
Me too.
Because like I trust him more than I trust that guy.
Okay.
So
Hey.
I'm gonna peel off after him to try and I don't know, like appeal to him or.
I'm gonna run off with him too, and I'm gonna look at Zacharias and be like, "Come on, the hell is going on here, boy?"
Okay. So Zacharias and all of you guys presumably run out. You are.
I'm on the floor just
You're
like.
pretty fucked up.
Oh,
so
that's
someone's
right.
gonna need to help you.
I'm on the floor
I'll throw.
pretending to like be zonked while I'm hiding the sword.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sending some good berries your way too.
And I used to see my tongue go.
Actually, we're out of combat. I will. I've made good berries twice already. I'll make 20 good berries and throw them your way. So you're gonna heal 20.
Okay.
I'm out of spells though. Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
man.
You're gonna be full AF.
Some stomach
Thanksgiving good berry pie.
Okay, so
Thank you.
you're stuffed. You guys run out. You're awake enough to run out now and sneak by.
I'm gonna stay on the ground.
And you're staying on the ground.
Cool.
So you guys emerge out, and you see no trace of Noctis.
Really?
No, not immediately.
Okay, then I would like to look for signs of Noctis.
Okay.
His slippery, slappy feet slapping on the
I
stone,
bet there's
maybe.
Noctis sign.
That's a 19
Oh, God.
for
Okay.
Noctis.
So above you, very high in the sky, you see this great form flapping, and he is perching on to another tomb where he bursts inside, and you just hear screams
Screaming.
like he's just ripping through very many people.
He's
and
gone blood mad.
Zacharias gets up and says, "You need to go. Get out of here now."
Why was he down there?
Yeah.
Why was he chained up down there, huh?
We want answer.
You guys are outside, so you can't actually speak
Oh,
to
you're talking to him
Zacharias.
in there.
So
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
speaking to you. You must get out of here now.
What's going on?
Get out. Do you actually want to stay, or do you want?
I don't want to stay forever, no, but
Okay.
I'd be like, help me up.
And he comes over and he helps you up, and he's trying to push you out.
What's going on? Explain everything.
And behind you, this window is starting to illuminate really brightly, and he is moving slower and slower, Zacharias, and he's kind of starting to laugh a little bit.
And as we get to the door, I turn around and I kick him.
Yeah, buddy.
So he,
I told him I would fuck him up.
okay, so you kick him back, and he
And I
just,
go,
I was like, what's Crash doing? Like, why?
and he's like,
was-
no,
Barbara is a bitch.
no, I can't be in here.
I kick my wooden leg, so it's even more embarrassing.
Poke him with the
And Zacharias flies back, and this room illuminates white, and you see him starting to twist into this weird form, and you shut the doors, and the doors shut behind him, locked up with runes, and the blood drains out.
Is there a
and-
burp?
burp. And meanwhile, above you, you hear Noctis thrashing. In the distance, you see a whole retinue of soldiers and the queen herself coming down. They're armed to the teeth, and the light takes you guys.
Gilby got the sword.
And you guys have completed the mission.
Gilby got the sword. Gilby got the sword.
So you got a sword, and the rapier, this is what it does. So this is Noctis's rapier, and essentially on a crit 20, you regain all of the health that you damage. So so you would roll for your crit damage and regain on the health.
Yes.
On a crit fail,
Oh.
you lose all the health equal to the damage that you roll, or equal to the standard damage modifier. So you would
Okay.
still roll, and the sword drinks your blood instead.
Okay.
And it has the.
Oh, was it acts exactly like a rapier?
Yes, it acts like a rapier, but it has a +8 to damage, or to your roll.
Okay.
So
is it-
instead of 7, it would be at a higher.
To attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Attack bonus of 8.
And these items that we get are the only thing that carry over on characters.
That's right.
So campaigns, while similar characters might come up, or like there might be callbacks, we're trying to keep these sort of like separate missions with their own sort of lore behind them. But the magic weapons we accrue, which is like D&D, those carry over per character. So next time Gilbarand is rolled, this rapier will be
Available.
equipped
Arsenal,
in
yeah.
his arsenal.
That's right.
Yeah, so one of the other things that does happen if you're a newer viewer and you don't completely understand how the show goes, at the end of the campaign, like tonight, we actually choose the scenario for next week's campaign. And the way that we do that is that wheel that's been hanging out in the back here the entire time. And those scenarios are submitted to us by you. So the DM for next week
Would be Doug.
Yeah,
is
it's
going to be
me.
Doug. So
And
Doug's
you
gonna
did
be the one to spin the
previously
wheel.
roll, but I think we could probably roll again, or would you want to do Wheatwater?
Yeah, we can do Wheatwater Weedery.
I would like to spin again for all the people in chat.
Yeah, I think that the DM, yeah, you could. Yeah, I think spin.
How about I'll spin and I'll choose between at a
Or
not tonight,
let
but
chat
like
choose.
As I kind of
Yeah,
or
let chat choose. That's a
I
good
like
idea.
that idea. Actually, a lot.
Okay, well,
So let's get some suggestions. We need.
We got three slots to fill. Let's fill up three slots.
slots?
All the scenarios that are currently up there were, of course, submitted by chat already. So let's go ahead and grab a new 3, and then
There you go.
after that, we
That
have
was fun,
a very
man.
special treat for all of you.
I'm glad I got to exact my revenge on
Is this
Zacharias.
a drinking game?
that was great.
It can be.
Can you
and usually is.
Can you pass me your guys' character sheets? I was
Yes.
really hoping you were gonna kick him back in there.
I
told
did
him-
not know where he was
I
going.
told
after
him I
that.
was going to come and find him and slaughter him, and instead I've imprisoned him for eternity.
That's right. Fucked him up.
You can also send us your scenarios via the email. That email, of course, is contact.pugcrawl@gmail. I do look through that email every day now. I'm very good at that email, but you can also just send them to us in chat right now for this week.
Are there any murder mystery campaigns? There have been.
Are there what campaigns?
Murder mystery campaigns. I don't know
Tonight
where.
was a murder mystery.
I don't know where.
In a sense.
Save Shad from Hell has gone, but it wasn't staying up there.
Okay, so any suggestions that you guys want to do? We have 3 slots, it looks like, on the wheel that we can put up. So,
Scenario: stage a coup.
peanut theme.
Yes. Oh, like Peanuts the show. I would totally not.
Cherry,
He just says peanut theme. I don't think
Cherry
it's like
baby.
peanuts.
We're gonna do junk after this. Don't worry.
I like Peanut theme.
Yeah, I think peanut theme is hilarious.
Okay, we need more post-it notes though.
Somehow that's got to be a thing. Okay.
Can we get some post-it notes from
Natalie
the
or
control
Ethan
room?
in the control room.
Or maybe some cheese that's sticky enough to attach?
It's also there are 3 colors, so we can just memorize them if Ethan can't find anything back there. We got blue, light blue, and green as those colors.
Smeckledorf.
One is Shad,
Costco
save Shad
theme.
from Hell.
No, it's not.
That's funny.
One of them is, but the thing fell down. The post-it note fell down. No. All right. I guess it didn't.
Then we'll keep track. Green,
light blue, and dark blue.
green, LB.
Oh, put Magnus as a
DB.
character. That'd be
Okay,
sick.
peanuts. Peanut theme will be green.
Peanut theme is green. What do we got for dark blue and light blue?
There's futuristic, just straight up futuristic theme, which is
I think is that a
vague
permanent
and
one?
good
The
enough to
future
go.
of fantasy space ale. You just put space.
Alright, what's one of them?
Lost in Space.
More space ale.
What are you doing? Are you turning it into 2?
I am.
Whoa.
What?
Arctic Explorer.
That was so cool.
Okay. What's one
Are
of
there
them?
any post-apocalyptic campaigns?
Wait, why'd
Steven?
you have to lick it,
We've
though?
had a couple post-apocalyptic campaigns listed. Have we
You
played
licked it?
any?
Did you rip
One
it?
was the Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't
Peanut.
count.
Peanut theme.
Oh, I don't know what I would do with that.
I love peanut theme.
A chef,
What's a peanut?
a chef has entrusted our heroes to find
want
rare
a
and
mean
odd
theme.
ingredients.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
Is it nut
by,
peanuts?
by Quack of Dawn, I like that one.
Quack of Dawn says a chef has entrusted our heroes
Oh,
to
I do
find
like
rare
that
and
too.
odd ingredients. I
Yeah.
think that's a great one.
Yes.
Um,
Just rate chef. And
I
then,
also do like Lost in Space. I think somehow that could be cool.
Yeah, let's do Lost in Space and chef theme.
She has space on her shirt.
Yeah, I thought.
Lost.
Oh.
Let's do
The
Lost
solar
in Space
system.
and Lost in Space and
Where
chef
should we be
theme.
lost?
Okay, alright, lost in space.
And the chef one. Chef Quest.
I like
Chef Quest. Cool.
The little known success.
Socrates, I think we kind of already did a zombie one. Well, Dylan kind of turned into a zombie thing. The theme park.
Oh yeah. The theme park was kind of like that.
Let's go ahead and give the wheel the spin.
Yeah.
Doug, go on and get over there.
Allow me.
Let's
Oh,
do
you're
this.
talking about the peanuts. Okay. Well,
I was trying to
Peanut
think of a way to
things.
kill one of you today, but I
Peanut.
didn't.
I'm surprised you didn't like get us killed because we didn't follow the
Yeah.
pact.
I could have swore.
Kind of.
Oh yeah, I was gonna kill one of you, but I didn't want to kill you after you got the rapier, because I was gonna kill you then, and I was like, no, he's got the rapier now.
Hey, he could be the biggest bait switch in the world, man. Like, oh, he feels so happy, and now he's dead.
Here, you need to back up, go over this, because we're gonna.
But that
put
really
the
played
camera-
out perfectly.
Or this.
Oh, because
is
of the ending.
gonna be the
Yeah,
shot
that was
for the
so that
wheel.
was great.
Oh,
No. Move the wheel back. What you doing?
all right.
Crazy person.
There it is. There it is. Wait, we're almost there. What's this one?
Chef Quest.
Chef
No, I
Quest.
already put Chef Quest. What was
We had 3 missing, right?
Wheat, water,
Yeah.
There it
wheatery.
is.
What's this one?
Well, there was Peanut, Lost in Space,
Lost in Space.
and
That's the one I'm
Chef Quest.
One more. One
right.
more. One more.
Let's
That's
give
it,
it
no,
a
it's
And then we roll.
band.
And then it's
So
time
wait,
for
which
John
part did you
gambling.
think you guys were gonna die at for not following what pact? What part?
The pact between
already.
our guy who owns us
Oh
and
yeah.
them.
We did not follow it.
No, actually, you guys followed it to
Yeah,
the
we
T.
followed it.
The story that could have remained to be uncovered was that you guys were going down there specifically to be sacrificed. Every 10 years, more people were sacrificed
Right.
to this,
Yeah,
metaphorical.
Yeah, I guess my
I
question
expect
was like,
that.
why was he down there?
So if it was asked and was found out,
Yeah.
eventually, if we had more time too, it would be that number one, he was himself. He was starting to uncover these weird secrets within this society.
Okay.
But he was put down there, and furthermore, that for the goddess, the Grand Master of the cult needed to continually sacrifice people, and people needed to be sacrificed in order to appease her, or else the empire would crumble down on them,
That's
or something
nice.
like that.
2 birds, 1 stone.
So, and he just wanted to get out though. So he,
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
terrible, but let's do something that's awesome.
Hey!
Spin the wheel.
Time.
Spin
Here we
it.
go.
Oh,
Chef If Cookie Cornelius Panville gets rolled, I'm gonna flip my shit.
That would be sweet.
Oh. my
Okay, so
God.
wait, chat. We actually have 2 quests on our plate for Doug next week between
And I'm incredibly biased.
Chef Quest, which we just rolled, and Wheat Water Wheatery, which we rolled last week. That was tough to say.
Yeah.
Or last second.
Not to pick a favorite child, but I think we all know who's the better clarinet player.
So who would like what? Please send in.
Pick one.
Yeah,
Pick
let us
one.
know, and we'll figure that out.
Let us know in chat.
Yeah, that was just like one weird scenario that did pop up.